Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
From Magic City Campus Gymnasium, it's a Tuesday night of WDA basketball on the PSP Network. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, everybody. With timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive through oil change service. Take about 15 minutes at any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Alongside Corey McIver, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for 2 games today from Minot, featuring the Saints of St. Mary's and the Magi of Minot High. It's expected to be a pretty special day of basketball here. A lot that has happened over the last week, a lot that could happen tonight between milestones and maybe even upsets for the team from down south.
Yeah, you look at St. Mary's. They're coming in. They're riding a hot little wave here and playing well down the stretch, like every team is hoping to have going into the postseason. And yeah, nothing would make their trip up north that much more sweeter than to come out with a couple wins against 2 of the teams that have been a stronghold in the top of the region and the state.
Yeah, the last girls basketball team to show up in this building as the visitors, they picked up a win. That was Mandan, moving into the #1 spot in the state in the last week media poll, which we'll take a look at here shortly. But Minot High had a 14-game home winning streak snapped. They're now 0 for their last one in this building. They got to get back on track, though.
Yeah, I think Coach Schwartz probably is. They've talked about that throughout practice this week, getting ready for this game, knowing that all good things. Unfortunately, all good things come to an end, and you ride a 14-game winning streak like that, and you obviously you don't expect it to end as abruptly as it did, and but I rest assured, I think Coach Schwartz is going to have these girls coming out ready to play a little bit. They're going to be a little shorthanded here. The injury bug has crept up on them again, and that's one thing that they're going to obviously have to fight through for the rest of the season. And then and now the matter is the big question is who's going to be those girls that are going to step up and fill those voids that were left behind with those 2 injuries.
Yeah, Coach Jason Schwartz, you just saw on your screen there, picked up his 100th win at Minot High on Friday night against Legacy. He's in just his 5th season, which means he's averaging over 20 wins per year. What a job he's done with this program, currently 11-1 on this season. We'll talk more about some of the players to watch, as well as, of course, the WDA standings. We are halfway through conference play, and we'll start the second half tonight on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
We're back at the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I have tonight's girls basketball matchup between the St. Mary's Saints and Minot High Midgets. Well, we've made it to the halfway point of the WDA schedule. We're a little bit past the halfway point of the regular season as we enter week 9. Let's take a look at how things shook up through those first couple weeks of conference play with our WDA basketball standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. And after all the dust settled there in the first 9 game days, it's Mandan on top with an 8-1 record. And even though not all the records match up, they will at the end of the day with Minot plays a double counter against Williston. Century's got a double counter against Williston coming up, and Minot North has a bye coming up later on. But plain and simple right now, it looks like there's a clear top 2 and then a really fun pack there between 3 and 6.
Yeah, that's always exciting to have when you have that much parity after you take the top 2 of Mandan and Minot out of the mix, and then you got everybody else kind of fighting and jockeying for those other positions. Who are going to be the teams that are going to be part of those play-in games? Who's going to get the automatic bid to the region tournament? So those games are the ones that are the most exciting. And then you have Mandan and Minot there at the top, kind of looking down at everybody. But the records are showing that at any given night, and we've seen it already. Mandan came up here last week and gave Minot their first loss of the season. So it's just a matter of when the ball gets thrown up in the air and the game starts, it's anybody's ball game, and you got to be able to play your best when it counts the most.
Yeah, still 9 games to go for many teams in the WDA before that tournament begins in late February and March. How about how the media thinks things are going in Division AA? These are from last Wednesday, so a new set of rankings will come out tomorrow based on today's and Friday's results. They're sponsored by Jerome's Collision Center. And on the girls' side, of course, the new #1, Mandan. They're really liking that new spot. You can tell they are playing some good basketball. Their most recent game was against the St. Mary's Saints, and they absolutely dominated in that one, especially defensively. But I've heard some conversations here with just ourselves at the PSP Network. Some members here, West Fargo Horace, a team to watch. They took care of Davies, adding a big resume-building win for their season so far.
Well, that's the whole thing. You look at these the rankings here now, the updated ones, and we called the Mandan Minot North game, so we're familiar with how they play, and they're up tempo, in your face, pressure defense, and that that's just a tribute to how they're sitting on top of the girls division right now, but you always have those 3, 4, 5. You always have that one team, like you talked about, is slowly kind of building some momentum going here into February, into the later part of the season, and who's going to be playing the best down the stretch when it really matters going into the postseason.
Yeah, the team that was building up so much momentum, more momentum than anybody else, the team with the longest winning streak in the Western region after Minot's loss was St. Mary's. That 6-game winning streak came to an end against Mandan on Friday. They're currently receiving votes, and back-to-back losses probably knocks them out, but an upset win could definitely shoot them into the top 5 of the WA girls basketball poll by the North Dakota Associated Press Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association. All right, let's take a look at some of the stats here before we get to tip off here in Magic City Campus Gymnasium. We'll start with our Planet Pizza players to watch. Planet Pizza's been serving the Magic City for over 25 years. There's no pizza like it. Call now at 701-852-1700 to place an order. Again, that's Planet Pizza in Minot. And the top 10 scores in the West region coming into this 9th week of the regular season. It's Lily Bell and Ellie Laskowski, 2 players that call Minot home. They're scoring 20 points per game. But hey, Corey, there's 2 Saints there in the top 10 as well. They've got a good offense.
Yeah, you look at that rankings there and the list of top scorers. Obviously Lily Bell's going to be on top of there, and rightfully so. She's kind of been the heart and soul of this Jet squad. For as long as she's been playing, and it seems like she's been here forever, and she's only a junior. She's still got this year and 1 more year to go, and so she's just going to continue that scoring average, going to probably continue to rise, and we've covered Laskowski a couple times too, but yeah, to have a couple of the St. Mary Saints players in that mix too, we're set and we're in store to see a pretty good basketball game. We're going to have some good scoring between both teams and between those individuals on the list there.
When we return to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll take a look at the schedule this week on the PSP Network. 5 locations we're streaming live from tonight. 4 WDA doubleheaders as well. That's next on the PSP Network.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I know you're busy, that's why when you visit any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck, don't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full service oil change in about 15 minutes. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Another full week of high school broadcasts on the PSP network. Starting today, 4 WDA doubleheaders from Minot High, Minot North, Dickinson, and Mandan. Not a bad game to choose from, and if maybe AA basketball isn't your thing, we've got Single A Region 3 boys basketball from Des Lacs Burlington coming up later tonight. What a loaded lineup we have on a Tuesday on the PSP network.
Yeah, you don't have to go very far in the Minot area to catch some pretty good basketball here. And even if if you can't make it live, you can sit back and fire up as many computers and iPads as you want. And you can probably catch the game here at Minot High. You can catch the game at North. You can catch the DLB game. And yeah, you look at our week schedule. Kicked off yesterday. You guys were down at our neck of the wood down in South Prairie with the boys last night, and they came away with the win. They've got another game today against they're hosting Dunseith at home tonight, and wish them the best of luck. But yeah, going forward here this week, it's jam-packed with basketball, so it's going to be a fun time for everybody.
Sure is. Follow along at Network PSP on Facebook, Twitter, and at the PSP Network on Instagram. Also, make sure to subscribe here to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming broadcasts. Still got a little bit more to cover here on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, including the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Today, the keys for St. Mary's, the details. Obviously, they kept it fairly close against Minot High in the early season meeting at Tony Wald Court there in Bismarck. It's just about it's about creating turnovers somehow, some way against this Minot High offense that really doesn't do any of that, and also rebounding, the margin that can really hurt a lot of teams against the Majettes.
Yeah, you look at those keys right there. You could say those keys for the game for pretty much anybody that's going to step out on the floor right now and play a basketball game. You got to be able to defend, and you have to be able to keep the team off the boards and limit their opportunities to one and done on the offensive end. And then as far as when you have the ball on the offense, you want to be crashing the boards as well and making it difficult. Don't make it easy for the defense to get an easy rebound. And so that's something that St. Mary's is really going to have to focus on. Like you said, they kept the game close early on when they played earlier in the year. And now you're gonna probably see at least to try to duplicate the same thing if you can. It's a tall task because Minot's got a lot of weapons. They are dealing with some injuries, but they do have some girls that have been able to step in and fill some of those voids a little bit. And you always have Lily Bell whenever she's out on the floor too. That's going to be obviously a focus of attention for St. Mary's.
Yeah, this is a St. Mary's offense that can score quite a bit. I mean, some higher than the rest in the WDA. And for Minot High tonight, it's really going to be about taking the ball out of the hands of Natalie Benning and Matea Messer on that St. Mary's offensive side. Win the turnover battle tonight, and it seems Minot High is going to be a good position.
I think so. I think you look at that. Obviously, you've got a couple scorers that are coming in for St. Mary's, so you know that they're going to be the ones that are going to try to get their team going, just like Lily Bell is going to try to get Minot High going as well. And so St. Mary's is going to have to focus some attention onto that as well. And so it's going to be a nice little chess match, little cat and game between the two head coaches as far as who's going to be able to devise and come up with a defense that's going to neutralize the star players on the other team.
Those are your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. There's a little bit of a look at these offenses comparative to one another and kind of where they're at this season. And for St. Mary's and Minot High, you look at the stats, the team stats specifically, and you'll notice they stand out shooting the three. Obviously, Minot High, #1 in the West. They've made over 100 three-point field goals this season. By far the top field goal shooting percentage from beyond the arc at 35%. But they're coming off their worst three-point shooting performance on Friday against Legacy. Shot 3 of 25 from beyond the arc. And Corey, the second lowest outing they had against St. Mary's earlier in the year when they also shot 22% around that number. St. Mary's, a team that has kind of lived by the three-point line over their win streak too.
Yeah, you look at teams that shoot the three a lot, and of course you're the old adage where you live by the three, you die by the three, and when they're going in, everything is going well, and everybody's having fun. And it seems like it doesn't matter who's putting up a shot there, it's always going to go in. But on the flip side, when you start to get a little cold and all of a sudden you go ice cold from the three-point line, then it becomes a little bit more of a challenge as far as how, what you're going to do as far as getting your offense going and where are the points going to come from. So it's going to be interesting here tonight, which team is going to be able to get themselves going from beyond the arc, if that's truly something that they utilize as far as the main focal point of their offense is they want to get some shots up and get some threes going. Which team is going to be the one that is consistently going to be making them? They're probably going to have the edge as far as the outcome of the ball game.
But we are still a long ways away from postseason basketball, but we already know which games we're going to be covering here on the PSP Network. Stay tuned because we're just 3 weeks away now from girls district basketball from the Minot Auditorium. These are the tournaments that we know will be on PSP Network Plus exclusively, meaning you can't find them anywhere else with video coverage. WDA hockey, WDA basketball, the state qualifier games, and all kinds of region tournaments. Again, the girls tournament really should be on there because there's some good ones happening at the MSU Dome. We're still figuring that out, but 6 known at the moment that we are going to be at come February and March on PSP Network Plus. That's another key thing there. You can find how to get PSP Network Plus on www.psp.network. We've got the starting lineups and tip-off next from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium on the PSP Network.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
It's time for the national anthem here in Minot.
WDA matchup between the St. Mary's Saints and your Minot High, the Jets. We ask at this time that you please stand if you're able. Gentlemen, remove your hats. As Kenna Hoffman, a freshman at Magic City campus, will perform our national anthem. The nation's colors will be presented by the Minot High School Air Force JROTC. The color guard detail is commanded by Cadet Technical Sergeant Chance Rodriguez.
About time for basketball here in Minot. And we'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors on the PSP network, including Minot State University, with over 100 areas of study at Minot State. You can earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University. It's time to meet the starting lineups for the St. Mary's Saints first. And obviously the two names to know that play a big part in the offensive effort for head coach Ty Terry, Natalie Benning and Matea Messer. They put up a lot of shots, and well, Corey, a lot of them go in.
Yeah, I mean, when you have, you have one person that garners a lot of attention defensively because they put a lot of shots up and they go in, that's one thing. But if you have multiple girls like St. Mary's does, that creates a problem for Minot High as far as, do you have two solid defenders that can guard those two girls? And if not, you're going to have to, one of those two girls is probably going to have to garner attention of two, and then that takes away from somebody else that could eventually kind of creep up and be that third weapon that St. Mary's might need to get a win here tonight.
Ty Terry, in his second season leading the St. Mary's Saints, took him to a state tournament last year in year number 1, picked up his 20th win with the program on last Tuesday to pick up the Saints' 6th consecutive victory, a streak that was snapped against Mandan, but looking to rebound after their season low in points they scored against the Braves with 37 and the season high allowed in 74. Maybe that's kind of a game that you say as a coach, just total flush out the system after a game like that.
Yeah, we've all, as coaches, we've all had those games where it's like, okay, the game's over, let's get in the locker room, tell the team, hey, game's over, it's done with, that we know what we need to work on. We've talked about it at halftime, we talk about it, periodically throughout the game. Okay, let's put this thing aside, let's focus on the next one ahead, this next one on the plate, and the next one here is Minot High. And this is a game that we can compete in, this is a game that we can do well on. Let's go out and let's get the job done.
As for the Minot High Majettes, today history could be written as Lily Bell looks to become the first player in WDA history to cross the 2,000-point barrier, and what a celebration that's going to be. She is just 10 points away.
Yeah, that's the key here is, especially for Minot High, for Lily, for her teammates, the 10 points, it's good, it's going to happen. It's one of these things that, she's going to get her 10 points. It's just a matter of not if, but when throughout the course of this game is it going to happen? Is she going to come out? Is she going to try to press the issue a little bit? Is she going to try to force and get the 10 points out of the way right away? Or is Minot High are the Majettes, are they going to work the ball around and and run their offense, and when it happens, and just let it happen fluidly, let it happen naturally throughout the course of the game, because everybody here in the gymnasium knows that they're here, they witness history, they're excited about it. I'm excited about sitting here watching it as well too, because that's something you don't really see very often. So I'm pretty excited to be a part of it as well too. So best of luck to both teams here, but we're in store for a good one here.
The St. Mary's in the road, royal blue, Minot High in the home white. Tip-off is won by the Majettes. Kinley Barch brings it up the floor for Minot High with the ball on offense for the first. To Bell in the corner, guarded by Messer. Takes it all the way into the lane, dumps a pass to Sydney Aberly for 2, and Minot High's on the board first.
Yeah, that was a great drive and kick there. St. Mary's is going to come up when Lily drives to the paint like that. Great job by Aberly to be able to step up and be available for that nice little dump down pass for an easy layup to start the game.
Nice find there, but a miss by Journey Okrop, and the coaching staff for St. Mary's jumping out of their chairs on that play. It was sweet, but no points. Fade away by Bell, well short of the mark, and St. Mary's, they have at least somewhat of a height matchup for her. Matea Messer, 5'11", 6 foot. We saw Mandan in that win the Braves had in this building. They sent 6'2" and 6'3" at Lily Bell, so they definitely had that matchup for her. Besides Messer, St. Mary's, not too much. Saints inbounding underneath their own hoop. Maya Jones, the freshman, gets the ball into Messer. Step back, maybe the foot on the line. It will be a tie game. Matea Messer.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun little matchup to watch there. Bell on Messer, and so that's going to be something back and forth. Those two girls are going to trade basket for basket, and they're going to have to be the two girls for their respective teams that are going to try to get the rest of their teammates going here in this ball game.
Turnover by Minot High. A chance for St. Mary's to take their first lead today on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Jones out to the corner. Back around the three-point line. Maya Jones, again, just a freshman, but a lot of talent there for St. Mary's. It's 2.
Yeah, just a great job, Jones there penetrating the basket. Like to see Minot High kind of keep some help there in the middle defensively and help protect the lane or protect the middle there on a drive like that.
Another pass that sends Minot High almost back to the half-court line. DeShaw had it poked away by Abby Schmidt. Able to retrieve it, keeps Minot High's offense working until the ball gets lost out of bounds. Last touched by Schmidt for St. Mary's. Ty Terry's thinking what I am. The shot clock probably shouldn't reset there. And they'll turn it back to 7 seconds on the clock. And now one of the officials is saying that she had possession, and I'm not so sure. It hit her leg going out of bounds. Corey, you want to weigh in on this?
Well, you look at Lance Showalter over there. He did kind of he's telling Coach Terry that his player possessed the ball and got it knocked away, or it went off her leg. So that Minot High is the beneficiary of a fresh 30, and I think everybody here probably would be in agreement that is kind of a questionable one at the best.
And now another close one here, a foul, and Coach Terry not sure about this one either. We'll watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Okrop there with help defense. They actually called it against Schmidt, who was guarding DeShaw. First personal foul, first on the team. And it's 2 free throws for Everett DeShaw at the Serve Pro free throw line. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. 4-4 the score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nice pass again, but too far in front of Okrop, or maybe she just stopped there in the lane.
Yeah, that was one of those where you come off the screen and the ball handler's thinking that person that set the screen is going to just continue to roll to the basket, and maybe the roller kind of saw that Minot High defender come over a little bit. And so she stopped, but the ball handler thought she was going to keep going, so just a little miscommunication there. Great job by Minot, still able to attack the basket here. St. Mary's was able to knock that thing out of bounds.
Lob to Bell. There's the help defense by Okrop. Bell gets around her. A foul from behind, though. It looked like it was a clean block by Schmidt, but this foul is going to be going against Messer. Second look here on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. First free throw good for Lily Bell. Scores the WDA best 26 points per game to start this season. 2 for 2. And the countdown is on, isn't it, in this building? Jones on the right side of the lane, gives it back to Natalie Benning. Benning turnaround there in the paint, it's good. Over Eve Knutson, and we're tied at 6. Nearly 3 minutes of basketball gone by today on the PSP network. St. Mary's staying stride for stride with the number 2 team of the state. Bell again all the way back to the half-court line, and Jones going to be called for a foul. Just had a hand there on the arm of Lily Bell. But how about this defense pushing them all the way back to really, they can't go anywhere there.
I was just going to say, I've been really impressed in the start of this game how St. Mary's is picking up Minot High almost as soon as they cross half court, and they're really not letting them get much past the volleyball line without having a whole lot of resistance. So, if they can continue to do that throughout the game, it's going to be very difficult for Minot High to get anything going underneath the basket.
Benning deflects the loose ball to Jones behind the back, dribble to the right hand. Oh man, Magic City Home Leisure Move of the Game nominee. The ball handling ability for the freshman guard Maya Jones. 4 points in the first half. Now Bell attacks again for Minot High. Can't get the tie game. Jones now slows down. St. Mary's gets into their offensive set. Natalie Benning lost the handle, and it's stolen by Kinley Barch. Foul on the sideline. No. They say Knutson stepped out.
Yeah, Knudsen just kind of got going a little too quick there and kind of lost control of the basketball, and when in the process of trying to regain control of it, stepped on the sideline, was just trying to get that pass up ahead. So great job there. Even when St. Mary's turns the ball over, they're quick on the defensive end to kind of force the issue a little bit.
There's another two for Matea Messer. St. Mary's leading 10-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bell, like a half spin, 90 degrees, and then comes back to the elbow there. But another one that goes in and out from the field for Lely. Corner three by Schmidt. Missed it. Ariana Root in the game for Minot. And with the basketball, that's fine Aberle. Strong start for the Saints in really every aspect of the game except for the obvious issue on your scoreboard there, foul trouble.
Yeah, sometimes when you play as an intense defense as St. Mary's is, you do have the tendency of committing a few more fouls than you probably would be more comfortable with, but that it hasn't really slowed down as far as the intensity as they're doing. But I think the longer the game goes, if they keep on racking up fouls like they are, that's going to come back to bite them maybe down in the second half of the game.
Well, they've forced more than 4 takeaways, and they only have 4 fouls so far in this first half. There's a corner three for Natalie Benning. You know, she hit 11 in one game earlier this season as the first here in the first half. 7-point lead for the Saints.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, but through the first couple minutes, Ty Terry's got to be pleased with how the St. Mary Saints are playing.
Yeah, they came out at the start of the game, and they're really playing loose. They're playing aggressive defensively, and they're taking advantage of some things on the offensive end, and some shots are falling, and the longer that happens, they gain some confidence. It's going to be a hard thing to kind of stop if you're Minot High.
Bell gets fouled as she was trying to pass the ball to Kinley Barch. That'll be foul number 5 against the St. Mary's Saints here in just the first 5 minutes. The second as well against Matea Messer. Bell, who inbounded the basketball, gets it on a pass from Barch, but again, just a little bit short. St. Mary's with the basketball on a 7-0 scoring run. Benning. Back to Messer off the screen. Airballs the 3. Rebound still in play. Goes to Camden Vardy. St. Mary's starting to go to their bench as well here. We get into the first half. Rachel Schumacher, a freshman, off the bench. Foul on the shot. Kinley Barch will go to shoot 2. And here's the thing. And 6-0 fouls this early in the first half. It's going to raise some eyebrows, but it is what we saw for Mandan. Very aggressive defense. They are working right there alongside Lily Bell, and it's just those that in today's game, if you're on the hip there, it's going to get called a foul, and you just have to live with it as the game goes on.
Yeah, that's we try to you try to coach your athletes as far if the girl's a little quicker than you, there's no harm in playing off a little bit. And allowing her to drive, and then instead of attacking her on the drive, just kind of take a good angle and just try to cut her off and keep her in front. But yeah, the temptation is just kind of ride that hip all the way down, and then and then the referees are kind of watching it, and they'll allow that contact for a little while, but then eventually that's going to be a foul.
Barch made 1 of 2 for the Surf Pro free throw line. Benning nearly hit another 3. Minot grabs the rebound. Bell downhill, right side of the lane. Layup rolls off, no good, as does the second chance. And you just wonder if that goal is there and everything. 0 for 6 shooting so far in the first half. St. Mary's is just fine with that, though. Jones pick and roll to Okrop. Help defense gets over there. That leaves Benning wide open for 3. She'll take that all day long. Natalie Benning, 16-7 St. Mary's on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Rude hands off to Bell. Gonna get it out to Vardy. Camden Vardy, corner 3, rolls out no good. Vardy has made 1 3 on the season, and there's a foul against Ariana Rude, the first against the Majets tonight. Here's the Benning 3 again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, that was a nice little job. There's a little screen and roll, and everybody kind of collapsed down when the ball got out underneath the basket, and everybody kind of forgot about the 3-point shooter wide open on the left wing there, and she was able to catch and get herself set and catch and shoot in a nice one fluid motion, and more times than not, that thing's going to go in when you have to give them chop opportunity like that.
Bell gets the rebound on the Benning missed shot. St. Mary's has scored 10 of the last 11 points this first half. Lily Bell, right-handed layup is good. 16-9 now your score.
And I think Bell's going to have to probably do that a little bit more. Get the ball at the top of the key, and look to drive and kick out if need to. But you might be able to, with her size and strength, she's going to be able to get herself to the basket. Thing is, just go up strong and take the contact on and nice easy shot off the glass, and it's going to go in most of the time for her.
St. Mary's holding on the basketball for a little bit now. Schmidt finds Okrop. Tough shot. Had Aberle over there defending. And the rebound is deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. Today's game of the PSP Network brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Call Dylan today at 222-2155 to make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. That's 222-2155. Dylan at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Maya Jones called for her second personal foul, and Minot High is now in the bonus for the remainder of the first half.
Yeah, this is where the opportunity here for Minot High is to get themselves back in this ball game. Chip away. St. Mary's is being aggressive, but they're getting themselves into some foul trouble here. I think that's 3 girls now with 2 fouls, and you got, I think you got 2 of them on the bench right now if I remember right. But yeah, now St. Mary's is going to have to be a little bit more careful when they're playing defense. As far as they just can't afford to be picking up fouls here the remainder of the first half.
Steal there by Eve Knutson. Looks up ahead to Everett DeShaw. Has an open layup and gets it. Timeout taken by Ty Terry of the St. Mary's Saints. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. St. Mary's up 5.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
First International Bank and Trust is a family-owned independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. Your timeout sponsors. An unintentional pass out there to Journey Okrop. Her hands off to Jones. Okrop running the baseline over to Shaw. The shot is missed. Lily Bell grabs the rebound. Savannah Schweitzer on the court now for St. Mary's. with Matea Messer currently sitting with 2 fouls. Bell, the open look for 3. Rebound deflected to Abby Schmidt for St. Mary's, who, after half of this first half has gone by, is in front 16-11. Benning, the pull-up from the free throw line. She's got 8 in the first half.
Yeah, Benning's kind of picking up the slack here with Messer on the bench with a couple fouls. She's the one who's really kind of picking up the slack for St. Mary's and kind of help keeping this league extended.
Offensive foul. Oh, nope, yeah, I understood it. Aberle set the screen and Schweitzer ran right through it. You're gonna see there on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, trying to get out to deny the shot from Lily Bell. So that'll send Sydney Aberle to the Surf Pro free throw line where she's 0 for 1. Misses it again. He talked about it when Minot High got into the bonus, a chance to close the gap that way with the field goal percentage so low, but 0 for 2 since in that 7th foul.
Yeah, that's something Minot High, you're really going to have to try to figure a way to, St. Mary's is going to get you to the, they're going to foul, they're going to put you at the free throw line. You have to be able to make those free throws, and not too many people think about it in the first half. They miss a free throw here and there, but those things come back in the second half, and you realize, you look back, why you struggled the way you did. You go back to the first half and see you missed a handful of free throws. That's a pretty good indication of how the game's going to go.
Natalie Benning, 2 for 2 on that trip to the Surf Pro free throw line. 20-11, the lead back to 9 for St. Mary's. Bell drives right past the first defender, draws the help, finds a wide open Aberle again. Second assist of the game for Bell.
Yeah, great job there with Bell and Aberle, and those girls know that Bell is going to garner a lot of attention from St. Mary's, so they have to make sure they get themselves available and get themselves open, because Bell's going to does a good job of finding teammates when they get open. So they're going to have to continue to do that for the rest of this half and into the second half as well.
Tough offensive rebound there by Abby Schmidt. Gets the ball again, spins into the lane, too strong off the glass, gets her own rebound, a second miss. Minot High's offense trailing by 7, trying to get in some sort of rhythm here. Really, their points have come from free throws and fast breaks. Aberle falling down, gets the pass out to Lily Bell. Swinging all the way around the 3-point line to DeShaw. Set up there, but couldn't hit the 3. Brought up that stat in the pregame show. 3 for 25 shooting against Bismarck Legacy from beyond the arc, by far their lowest mark this season. And the first half has been maybe even lower than that, 12%. It's been 0, actually. Maya Jones, and 1. So we'll go to the Surf Pro free throw line. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. At Ryan Dealerships, their commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot or Williston.
And St. Mary's is doing such a great job of spreading the floor. They're getting Bell away from the basket, and then they're just spreading the floor, and they're attacking the basket. And Minot isn't doing a very good job of having help side over there ready for penetration, and you got girls going all the way to the basket scot-free. And by the time Minot High realizes what's going on, it's too late, and they're ended up fouling.
Could be another turnover against Minot, and it will. Bell trying to find Aberle. And we have another First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them on the PSP Network. 6:38 to go first half. St. Mary's by 9.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Coming up shortly, we'll have the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. You never know when you might need Magic Towing. Back to basketball here in Minot. Straightaway three by Messer, back on the court with those 2 personal fouls. And she got the defensive assignment early on to stop Lily Bell. And hey, even the substitutes were able to keep it up for St. Mary's.
Yeah, they were. Messer went to the bench there, and then they were able to kind of pick up the slack a little bit. And Okrup just picked up her second personal. She had the task of trying to defend Bell there underneath the block, and that's a tall task. And she just kind of got caught with the push there a little bit. So Bell's at the free throw line now again. Hopefully here now she made the first one, so hopefully now she can kind of get going here a little bit and get some free throws here with the clock stopped and chip away at this lead.
And the pressure's on Minot High after St. Mary's went up a 13-6 score, a 7-0 run there. They currently lead by 8 at the moment after the Bell missed free throw. 22-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Okrup just didn't get the calculations right there. Rude going the other way. Back out to Camden Vardy. Long three from Lily Bell. Hits that one. Lily is just 1 bucket away from 2,000. Jones picked up her dribble. That was Schumacher with it. Jones again trying to find Benning. Vardy got in there to knock it away. Barch with the steal. Kinley Barch into the lane. Back out to Bell. Going to drive against Okrup. Finds Aberley off the glass and in. And now Minot High's offense is looking like old times.
Yeah, they're the last couple possessions there, they've done a really great job. Aberley is just kind of all over the place on the offensive end. She's finding those open gaps, and Bell, to her credit, is finding her underneath the basket. It's an easy pitch and catch for Bell there.
Bell right down the lane, but slipped. Looking for the foul. A rebound goes to the Saints. It was a wide open basket there for Lily. Jones hands off to Schumacher. Weaving at the top of the key. Now Messer getting involved. Jones through contact. Got the ball back. Keeps the offense going for St. Mary's. Ends up in the hands of Natalie Benning for three. Another miss. Minot High a chance to tie. 22-19, St. Mary's at the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Steal there by Jones. 2-on-1, fast break. Up ahead to Messer. Try to give it back to Jones. Gets deflected to Schumacher from the elbow, and now nothing falling for St. Mary's. Barch there on the ground, and we'll get a jump ball. And possession will stay with the St. Mary Saints.
Yeah, I think Messer surprised everybody in the gym giving up that pass on that fast break. I thought everybody kind of just assumed she would take a couple dribbles and go up strong there, but maybe she was thinking that it was going to be there could have been a problem there, maybe picking up her third foul. So Minot High kind of dodged a bullet there a little bit here. Another defensive stop, and they can tie this ball game on a shot.
Benning blocked from behind by Knutson, but stays with the play. Natalie Benning, a big first half, well into double figures.
Yeah, she's definitely picked up the slack for Messer on the bench there early with the 2 points. It's really kind of fallen on her, and she's really stepped up to the challenge as far as keeping this lead for St. Mary's and letting them play again, a little play aggressively on defense.
Bell asking for the ball. Okrup swipes in there for the steal.
I really got to give Okrup a lot of credit there. She now has the undaunting task of guarding Bell, because with Messer and foul, with the 2 fouls, she's not shying away from the contact, especially when Bell's going down to the block, and rightfully so. You have the advantage there on the height with Bell, but Okrup has really stepped up to the challenge.
Pick and roll there to Okrup. Another offensive rebound by Benning. She'll be shooting 2 after the foul. How about these last 3 minutes really, and the rebounding game for St. Mary's.
Well, they're just relentless on the board. They're doing a great job here on the defensive end, allowing Minot just a one and done on the offensive end, but they're really being aggressive on the offensive end when the shot goes up. It's almost like all 5 of them are going for the rebound, and Minot is really not doing a very good job of finding somebody and boxing them out.
Natalie Benning hits both free throws there from the Serve Pro free throw line. The lead is back up to 7 for St. Mary's at 26-19. They've had the lead ever since going up 8-6. And it's followed by yet another Majette turnover. Rude too high there for Lily Bell.
Yeah, you look at this first half for Minot High. There are times they're playing really tight on the offensive end. They're trying to force things in there, and they're not just kind of allowing their offense to kind of flow a little bit and take advantage of some opportunities that St. Mary's might give them.
Down the lane for 2,000. The first player in WDA girls basketball history to score 2,000 career points. She's just a junior, and we've got a special ceremony to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that last basket, Lily Bell has surpassed the 2,000-point mark in her career. Congratulations, Lily.
There seems to be a 1,000-point score every night this year in North Dakota, but 2,000, that is something extra special.
Yeah, I tell you that you don't see it, especially in North Dakota. You don't see that very often, and we've watched Lily, start out in junior high and play at the varsity level here at Minot High, and watch her kind of grow and mature as a player, and the thing that she's done as an individual, but more importantly, the thing that she's done as part of this team, and the success that Minot High as a team has had with her as part of the roster, it's something special. But yeah, 2,000 points in any division, in any state, in any league is something really should be celebrated. So hats off to Lily as a wonderful career, and like we said, she still has another year of basketball left. So it's only a matter of it's just a matter of how many points she's going to get here on out.
Yeah, and as she crosses 2,000 points, there's another 2-point basket to work towards becoming Division AA/Single A's all-time leading scorer. She needs about 370 more points to do that, and still a year and a half to accomplish that feat. But I think, as you saw by some of the expressions over there, there's still a basketball game to play and a basketball game to win, but St. Mary's is in the lead. Kinley Barch on the drive. Gets fouled there by Okrup. Free throws coming up for her.
Fouls on number 25, Journey Okrup. Third personal, 10th team foul. Barch to shoot 2.
Kinley Barch, the Serve Pro free throw line for Minot, shooting 71% the charity stripe this year. Makes the first.
Schweitzer.
Minot in the double bonus for the remainder of the first half. Just a minute 48 to play for the Magic Sewing halftime report. Take a look at the first half numbers and some scores from around the state. This isn't the only place in the WDA where a top 5 team is currently trailing an unranked program. Got a lane violation against Abby Schmidt of St. Mary's, so Barch gets a third chance. And connects. 28-25, it's a one-possession game once again. St. Mary's, though, with the basketball and the lead. Natalie Benning to the top of the key there, and Gretchen Bowl Near side trying to find Jones, a little bit too high and out of bounds. It'll be Minot basketball. Still trying to get this game tied for the first time since it was 6-6. Rude hands off to Everett to Shaw. Back all the way around the volleyball line. Rude thought about a three, shot fake, drive out to Knutson, and now a foul will be called again on the Saints. It's Savannah Schweitzer holding on to Bell as she was cutting across to the low block.
Falls on number 32, Savannah Schweitzer, second personal.
You're going to see St. Mary's. They're going to have a tough time if Bell decides to go down to the block here and kind of get things going on the inside. They're going to have to do a better job of getting her away from the basket. And unfortunately, they're just, there's a lot of contact. There's a lot of physicalness there going on. And Lely's kind of, she's benefiting from some calls here. But, she gets herself set, and they just have to do they just have to do a little better job of not kind of trying to undercut her a little bit and move her out of the way. But they have to be strong because she'll just back them in. But it's just a kind of a fine line on how hard you want to play defensively, because the fouls are going to start to rack up for St. Mary's if that continues.
Benning has another shot blocked by Knutson, who goes right down through three blue jerseys but couldn't finish the layup. Neither can Barch. Two players hit the ground there. Under a minute to go first half, and wisely, Coach Ty Terry calls a timeout there just as things were looking like unraveling. 44 seconds to go first half. We'll take our last break of the first half on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by the UPS Store, located on South Broadway in Minot. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS Store. Inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Matea Messer checked back into the game during the timeout for the St. Mary Saints. Gets the ball in the pass from Maya Jones. Dribbles into the lane, but a missed shot. Tries to deflect the rebound out to where she thought a teammate was. And then a turnover ensues. Rude, Deshaw, Bell, Knutson, and Barch on the court right now for Minot High, trailing 27-28 of the NC National Bank scoreboard. Still 3 seconds the difference between the shot clock and the game clock. High pass collected by Lily Bell. Strong right through the double team of help defense, and Minot High has the lead once again.
That was a great job by Bell. I think you're going to probably see more of that in the second half, of her just getting the ball there at the wing and just getting herself to the basket and going strong for layups.
Benning with 3, 2, 1. And just before the buzzer, Natalie Benning gives St. Mary's the lead. Right back, 30-29. It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report. What a first half to get things started tonight for Magic City Campus Gymnasium.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report on the PSP Network. Remember their phone number whenever you need a tow, 701-509-4011. That's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. Mention PSP Network and save $50. Again, that's Magic Towing. Bringing the halftime report today. St. Mary's in the lead for a majority of the first 18 minutes today. Minot High had the lead for about 10 seconds there at the end, but it's St. Mary's in front in the locker room, 30-29. Corey, let's take a look at the first half individual scoring.
Yeah, you take a look at St. Mary's, 30 points in the first half. Pretty much led the entire half. They came out from the opening tip and just kind of gave it to the Minot High as far as setting the tone early and kind of didn't let up from there. So 30 points, 18 points came from Natalie Benning. Really kind of picked up the slack when Messer went to the bench early with those 2 fouls. Messer did chip in 4 points and then 8 points Maya Jones, but it's been kind of the Benning show in the first half. She again picked up the slack a little bit. But as far as the offensive end, St. Mary's is attacking the basket. They're getting rebounds. They're getting kick-out threes. They're really frustrating Minot High when they're not doing a very good job of rebounding and boxing out and getting the other way. As far as Minot High, 29 points. They were able to kind of keep chipping away at the lead, and like you said, they got the lead late and then gave up that layup at the buzzer there to lose the lead again. But 29 points, 16 of them came from Lily Bell, of course. Surpassing the 2,000-point mark there in the first half. So milestone event there for her and the team as well. 6 points for Sydney Aberly. Most of those came from underneath the basket. Again, Lily doing a great job of driving, and Aberly was able to kind of find an open spot there for the easy pass and layup there. Everett Deschamps had 4 points, 2 points Kinley Barch, and Pearl Aberly chipped in with 1 point. So I mean, it was a hard-fought first half. I think you look at the two teams. St. Mary's kind of came out loose, kind of almost playing house money. They really had nothing to lose. You're in there. You're at Minot High here, number two in the state polls, and they expected to kind of not really do much, but they came out and kind of forced the issue and really kind of took it to Minot, and I think Minot probably wasn't expecting that a little bit and kind of got caught off guard and And so then the Minot High was then forced to play a little bit of catch-up in that first half, and they had some shots not fall, and we talked about it during the pregame how both teams like to shoot the three, and you know, obviously if you're making them, it's, you know, it's great. I think St. Mary's I think if you look at the three-point shooting right now, I think St. Mary's by far probably has a little better percentage in the first half than Minot High does. Minot High had some nice looks at some shots that just didn't fall, but you know, here's to say it's not gonna continue to be in the second half. I expect a few of these shots that Minot High was missing in the first half, those are gonna go in. I do think that Lily Bell is better off, like probably forcing the issue a little bit, getting to the basket. There's girls there with some foul troubles for St. Mary's, and so I would say I'd look at Minot High probably trying to take advantage of that a little bit and see if they can't force the issue a little bit. You know, obviously getting to the free throw line, they were 10 of 14 in the first half. St. Mary's 4 of 5, so you know the free throw shooting for St. Mary's wasn't really an issue, but we talked about it. Minot High was in the bonus there, you know, for the last 7-8 minutes of that first half where they really could have done some damage, but got to be able to clean that up a little bit. And of course, the turnovers. There were a lot of unforced turnovers from Minot High in that first half, and that's just a testament to the way St. Mary's was playing defense. So I expect St. Mary's to ratchet up the defense even more, force the issue a little bit. But I think Minot High just needs to settle down offensively, get the ball, make sure Lily, you know, the offense kind of runs through her a little bit. She can facilitate the ball when she wants to, but then she can take it in her own hands as well too. So I expect to see that kind of matchup here in this second half.
30-29 your score here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Of course, as always with Tuesdays, lots of great high school girls basketball games going on across the state at the moment, but currently on the PSP network, Bismarck High, a 30-23 lead over first-ranked Mandan at the half. It's chaos every night in the Western Dakota Association. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with the second half today from Minot.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Back with the second half here on the PSP network from Minot. A reminder, we still have a second game coming up later on. The boys matchup between St. Mary's and Minot, but currently in a 1-point game here in the girls contest. 18 minutes back on the clock. And it's the visitors, the St. Mary's Saints, 8-4 overall. They've won 6 out of their last 7, though. A surging team in the WDA with the lead. Start the second half. Minot with possession of the basketball. Deshaw inbounds to Kidley Barch. And we're underway with this second half. On the near side, Bell, another pass to Sydney Aberley. It's been really the most successful play Minot's had all day.
Yeah, again, it's, you know, it's nothing fancy. It's just Lily's getting the ball there and she's driving, and defense slides over to stop her, and Aberley is just sitting there waiting for the pass. And the nice thing is she hasn't missed any of those that Bell has passed to her. So it's going to be another continuous trend there for Minot High.
Messer, good timing there to knock the pass away. Leads the fast break. Out to Benning for 3. Off the back iron and no good. Bell gets the rebound for Minot. Benning hit 2 threes there in the first half as part of that 18-point performance in the first 18 minutes. Ball with Barch. Now Everett to Shaw. Still well outside the 3-point line are the Majettes. Aberley puts the ball on the hardwood and then passes out to Deshaw in the corner, but everywhere they throw it, St. Mary's has a hand.
Yeah, St. Mary's does a great job. They don't get too frantic there when they see Minot penetrate to the basket. They stay back and they defend their player like they should, and they get their hands on the passes.
Everett to Shaw. Long 2 to Lily Bell. Offensive rebound in there was Kinley Barch. Gets her own rebound after the missed shot and draws a foul. That'll be number 3 against Maya Jones. Nope. Yep. Yeah, it was. 3rd against Maya Jones, the point guard for that St. Mary's offense. Inbounds right to Barch. And they did say it hit the top of the backboard there, so out of bounds, taking 3 points off the board. Messer, quick shuffle there at the three-point line. Nearly got past the defense, put up a shot, but it was missed. Back-to-back misses by the St. Mary's offense. Only trail by 1, 31-30. Bell, nice cut there, and the nice find from Aberly.
Yeah, that was a nice little offensive set there. They were, kind of a double cut there, and Bell just kind of waited for that first cut to go and watch the defense kind of slide over there, and then she was able to kind of sneak in behind that for a wide open layup.
So Minot leads by their largest margin today at 3 points. With 16:08 to go, we're in the second half. Bennett comes up to get the pass from Maya Jones. Avoids the turnover. Messer keeps the offense in motion, near side to Schmidt. Long rebound tracked down by Okrup. Lots of contact there with Knutson going after the ball as well. The play on. Jones pull up outside the lane. Long rebound goes to Deshaw. Brings it across the timeline for Minot High. 11-1 on the season, ranked number 2. Their lone blemish this year, a home loss to Mandan last Tuesday. Snapped a 14-game home win streak for Minot. Can only drop down 1 spot in the rankings. Bell left side, gets fouled. Free throws coming up. Yeah, it's hard to drop Minot High any further because the 3 teams below them, they now all have wins against.
Yeah. At this point in time in the season, when if the number 1 team does lose, they're in no real danger of dropping too far down. They might, they might switch spots with the number 2 team, but yeah, if you have wins over teams 3, 4, and 5, there's no real good justification of dropping you any lower than 2.
Lily Bell, a couple more free throws, 35-30, Minot High. St. Mary's offense scoreless so far in half number 2. Messer trying to change that, but misses the long 2 from the top of the key. Barch gets a pass back from Lily Bell. Eve Knutson scored just 1 point in that first half for Minot. Bell back out to Eve Knutson. 3 on the way off the front of the rim. Messer another rebound. It seemed to be in the first half and so far in the second. When Lely's scoring, the team is scoring. There's really no offense around her. And we'll talk more about that when we return from First International Bank and Trust. Timeout on the floor.
In Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Well, it was the case in the game against Mandan. It was somewhat the case in the game against Legacy, where Minot High really without 2 starters now, Maggie Fricke and Crew Lamore, who both averaged double figures before being hurt. Really no offense around Lely, who's kind of asked to score 30 points a night.
Yeah, when you lose with 2 other scorers like Minot did, and then it falls on the task of those bench players that probably are asked not only to maybe pick up some of the scoring slack, but now you're asking them to probably play a few more minutes than they're normally accustomed to, and sometimes the fallback is then it falls on Bell, that thinking that she's going to have to do more, and she's actually involving her teammates more a little bit, and they just have to take advantage of that a little bit more.
Offensive rebound there for the Saints offense. Matea Messer wide open, hits the shot. And St. Mary's has their first second half points. Still down by 3, though. Steal there by Benning. Just picked up a loose ball. And gets the pass from Jones. That pick and roll to Okrup has been working. This time, though, Okrup does make the shot. 35-34 the Jets. Barch hands off to Everett DeShaw. Threads that pass through a needle to Sydney Aberle. There was 3 defenders all in the lane. Foul against Matea Messer. And that is number 4 against Matea. Leading scorer on the team at 18 points per game. And she will have to come to the bench. Bell trying to get open. Not much space there with the sub Savannah Schweitzer in the game. Had a foul before the shot. Nope. Missed the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Lily Bell. It's good. Well, obviously, once you pass 2,000, what's the next goal? 3. And it's not necessarily out of the question. Still a whole season and a half left for Lily. She scored 1,030 or so points since the start of last year, so do some math, and it's definitely possible to become the 3rd ever player in North Dakota girls basketball to score 3,000 career points. Benning hands off to Schmidt, who is all alone, but the 3 is no good. Rebound again offensively for St. Mary's. Schweitzer hands off to Schmidt. That's got to be the 3rd block there by Eve Knutson here in the game. A foul, though, called against the Saints. It looks like it's going to be going against Schweitzer. Either 32 or 23. Savannah Schweitzer, who came off the bench for St. Mary's to guard Lily Bell, also just picked up her 4th foul.
Yeah, she needs to be careful here. I don't think Coach Terry can afford to have her get out early, because then he's going to have no choice to get Messer back in the game, and she's sitting on the bench with 4.
Bell, the missed shot. Rebound, going for it was Aberle, deflected it out of bounds. Ball will go to the Saints, and now both Messer and Schweitzer on the bench at the same time, and they bring in the 5'4" freshman, Rachel Schumacher. I don't think she's going to be guarding Lily, though.
No, I think that responsibility is going to probably fall on Okrup there, and you know, she guarded her a little in the first half when they had some foul trouble. So I would expect that she probably picks up the task guarding Bell, and if that's the case, I think you look at putting her at the block and just trying to post her up a little bit and see if she can take advantage of some of this mismatches and maybe get St. Mary's even into some more foul trouble.
Today's game on the PSP Network, brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. Now for 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Try professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. First time checking into the game for CC Stevick, 8th grader from Minot High. DeShaw, tough pass there to Bell, but missed the shot. Bell fighting for the rebound, no call there, or a jump ball either, as Benning got the rebound. St. Mary's running the other way. Knutson deflects that one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints. Saints basketball here, inbounding in front of their own bench with Schmidt. The leading scorer still in the game, Natalie Benning with 18. She has the basketball. Another block by Eve Knutson, the 4th of the game. Not necessarily known as a shot blocker, though.
No, I mean she's got the task of guarding Benny right now, and she's really stepping up to it, and she's being aggressive, and she's going up, and she's just timing it just perfect to get those blocks. So, she's definitely not shying away from the competition there.
With 3 on the shot clock, Schmidt, a 3 from the corner, miss, hit the rim, but the rebound to Minot High anyway. Knutson
Kick out to Stevic. Finds Bell. College three. Missed it. Still loose. Scooped up by Schumacher. And now a foul against Stevic. Trying to go for the steal. Lots of cheer out there for the St. Mary's crowd. 11:45 to go in the game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Nia Jones fouled. And that'll be against Aberly. Her first, the second on the Majets today. The lead 37-34. Long inbounds pass to Schmidt. Defense flew by. Why not take the open look for three, but a miss. Some entertaining games going on elsewhere on the PSP network right now. The first games of 4 WDA doubleheaders at the moment. Stevic, missed layup. Upset alert from Mandan. Legacy on the road at Sentinel Gymnasium and playing well. And Williston taking on Dickinson as well, way out west. Journey Okrup for two on the assist from Natalie Benning.
A nice little screen and roll. She's got that thing down perfected. So I mean, she times the nice thing is she sets the screen. She stays set on it so she doesn't get called for an illegal pick, and she just has that nice roll, and she does a great job of sealing that defender. And then she's wide open for the layup.
Watching it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Back after this 30-second timeout on the PSP Network.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Great crowd on hand today for WDA basketball here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Obviously, the Minot High folks, they came to watch history be made. Lily Bell scored her 2,000th career point in the first half, but the St. Mary's Saints, they know how talented their team is. Chance for an upset today in the Magic City. Though they trail by one, they'll get the basketball after a Minot High turnover.
Another example of just kind of an unforced turnover there. Minot High, getting to the basket, getting going in there a little too soon or a little too quick, and not being able to recover and just kind of thrown to a spot where you think there's going to be somebody and not taking the split second there to take a look and see where that person's at.
Natalie Benning slides over into a three, and the Saints lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard 39-37. First points of the second half for Benning as well. Bell trying to equalize. She does, and a chance to add a three-point play. Lily Bell. Here's the Benning three, I believe, on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. That's a tough shot to take. Just slide right into the screen. Yep. More arms are flying at you there on the closeout. Bell makes the free throw. Three more points for her today. And we have two players with 20 or more points tonight. Benning right to the free throw line, pull up, over Bell for two. Back and forth they go.
I think you're going to probably see on both for the rest of this half, you're going to see Minot High run their offense through Bell, and I think you're going to see St. Mary's run their offense through Benning, because you're going to have those two girls are going to trade baskets back and forth here. I think you're going to have both offenses running through those two players.
Well, not bad options, because St. Mary's, Natalie Benning, the WDA leader in three-point field goals with now 40 on this season, and Minot High's got the leading scorer in Western Dakota history. Foul against St. Mary's will put Minot in the bonus for the rest of the evening. Kinley Barch from the Serve Pro free throw line makes the first, earns the second. 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. Bring you the Serve Pro free throw line. Rather quiet day in the scoring department for Kinley Barch, but he's kind of become the person in charge to lead the offense as a point guard at times. There's a nice play by Matea Messer. Chance at 3 points for her. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Foul goes against Barch. Trying to extend the lead to 2, and Messer does just that. She's in the game with 4 fouls. Obviously, still half of a half to go. As a coach, how do you handle it here? Are you expecting her to play the rest, or is this a quick interval here?
I think you're going to probably want her out on the floor as long as you can, and you're just going to have to, put her on. Obviously not have her guard Bell, but you're going to have to have her in the floor as much as you can here in this last 9 minutes of the game.
Rachel Schumacher put up the 3, missed it, but got fouled, hit on the hand by Kinley Barch. And that's quick 2 fouls against Barch. 3 free throws coming up for Rachel Schumacher, who hasn't attempted a free throw all season long, Corey. Makes the first. She's perfect on the year. Second one is good as well. Rachel Schumacher, the freshman, only 0 for 2 shooting from the field all season long as well. Her first significant minutes of the season. Hits them all. That's earning a 3-pointer right there for Rachel Schumacher. 47-42 Saints on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 9 minutes to go. Pass deflected out of bounds by Matea Messer. Denies Aberle of wherever she was trying to go with that basketball. Rude gets the inbounds pass. 3 from Everett to Shaw. Got it. It's the second made 3 today for Minot. Messer jump pass to Okrup. Finds Schmidt for 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Aberle. Minot now can get the tie or the lead. And off to Bell. Back to Ariana Rude. Extra pass to Deshaw. Looking for back-to-back. Not going to get it. Tempo's picked up here at the halfway point of the second. Now Messer slows it down again. Schumacher comes outside the 3-point line to get that pass from Schmidt. There's Okrup with 10 on the shot clock. Schumacher drives into the lane, throws up a shot, gets fouled. 2 more free throws for the 100% free throw shooter now, Rachel Schumacher. First foul today against Lily Bell, 5th as a team for Minot High here in the half. It's a miss there from Schumacher for the Serve Pro free throw line. Two misses. Unable to extend the lead there are the Saints. That long possession. Bell 16 points in the first half, just 5 so far in the second, but scored a lot of those 16 in a very short span of time before halftime. Uncharacteristic turnover there for Minot High. And remember back to what we were saying in the Northern Plains Senior Keys to the Game segment, that Minot High, they really just don't turn the ball over like that. St. Mary's got to win the turnover battle, and both of those things playing out so far.
Yeah, Minot High is really kind of, they're kind of the ones now unforced turnovers and just kind of taking your eye on off the ball there on catching some passes. And St. Mary's is playing good defense and pressuring the ball here a little bit too.
Journey Okrup, big second half for her, leading the way for the Saints since halftime with 6 points. Rude. Pass goes off the foot of Messer. So Minot will keep possession of the basketball. Thank you for tuning in today on the PSP Network. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free. And follow at Network PSP on Facebook, X, and Instagram. DeShaw short. Rebound deflected out of bounds by Eve Knutson. And now St. Mary's, it's an offense again. And all 5 on the court right now. Same can't be said for Minot High, but all 5 scoring options right now for the Saints. Hand off to Messer, mid-range, not gonna get it. Schumacher the rebound. Messer out to Okrup. Her mid-range shots also missed. Bell tracks down the long rebound. Bell stops at the free throw line, finds Knutson in the near side. They'll rotate the ball around the three-point line to Rude, to Bell, good position, draws the foul and one. Foul's gonna go against Okrup. Watch the end on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, I think that's, Minot High has to look at doing that more here now. With 6.5 minutes left, they don't have to really force anything offensively. They have time, move the ball around, get Bell underneath the basket where she is going to have an advantage no matter who's going to be guarding her, because St. Mary's has got themselves in some foul trouble.
Yeah, some severe foul trouble because, Corey, all 3 players that have guarded Lily Bell now have 4 fouls. Savannah Schweitzer is one of them. She checks in for Journey Okrup. Heads to the bench with her 4th personal. Matea Messer also has 4 personal fouls. She's got the basketball, and she's had her assignment changed today defensively in hopes to stay in the game for the last 9 minutes. Schweitzer, near side, Messer, is at a screen. Bell slow to get out there on the closeout. A miss, though. Bell down the floor for the free throw line, fouled by Matea Messer, and that is exactly what St. Mary's didn't want to see. It's what we literally just said 30 seconds ago. She hasn't been guarding Bell in hopes of not picking up that 5th foul, and on the fast break, just trying to make a play. That'll be it for Matea Messer tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate because I think Coach Terry was probably hoping that she could have lasted a little bit longer than she did, and just kind of a needless reach-in foul there, and just trying to attempt that adjust that shot a little bit, but. Look for Bell to kind of take advantage here now, and the coaching staff too, recognizing who's on the floor for St. Mary's and where they can take advantage of some foul trouble.
Bell makes 1 of 2 for the Surf Pro free throw line. 49-49 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 6 minutes to go from Minot. And that's now the 5th on Schweitzer. A moving screen. Decide for yourself on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. That lean is what's going to get called there.
Yeah, sometimes the referees, when they're looking at those screens, they're looking are obviously the upper body from the waist up is going to be solid. It's a matter of are they sticking the hip out, are they sticking the knee out, are they kind of shuffling or leaning a little bit? That's kind of what the refs are kind of looking for, and sometimes that's kind of a judgment call by the referees, and sometimes it's right. Sometimes it's right, sometimes not.
Kinley Barch for 2. The Jets take the lead. That 5th foul against Schweitzer forces Journey Okrup with 4 fouls back into the game. Okrup looks at a high ball screen for Maya Jones, who also has 4 fouls today. Benning spins around, shot just off the mark. Bell grabs the rebound. Bell got Okrup to step back there, expecting a drive into the lane. Pulled up from just inside the 3-point line. The rebound thrown out of bounds by Knutson.
Yeah, I think Knutson was trying to go after that ball and trying to throw that off the leg of the St. Mary player, and it just kind of missed altogether. But I think you're going to look at Minot High is going to have to, on the offensive end when the shot goes up, they're going to have to try to get some rebounds here to try to extend some of the possessions here in this last remaining 5 minutes of the game.
Bell jumps the pass. Got all kinds of room in front of her. Left-handed fast break layup is good.
Yeah, and unfortunately for St. Mary's, the two girls that were chasing her both had 4 fouls. They really had nothing. They had no other choice but just kind of let her have the layup.
Benning back to Okrup. Rude slides over and help defense. Missed shot. Okrup has a chance for the offensive rebound. Keeps it in play. Now looks to drive. One-on-one with Rude. Fade away from the left side. Not going to get it. Lely now bringing the ball down the floor for Minot. The offense, the ball's in her hands, has been phenomenal today since that slow start in the first half. 24 points today for Lely. Benning. Lots of contact and a foul against Knutson. Is not going to get her 5th block today there. So free throws coming up for Natalie Benning. With Messer on the bench. He's now the most dependent on scorer for the St. Mary's offense. Scoring 15 points and grabbing 5, almost 6 rebounds a game is Natalie Benning. It's 2 misses though from the Serve Pro free throw line. So the lead remains at 4 for the Jets. Bell, pass fake, gets to the right side and scores.
Like Bell's really kind of taken over here this last few minutes here of the second half, just mainly because you had a lot of St. Mary's Saints out there with some foul trouble.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. You're watching high school basketball on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like.
I must have missed a few tally marks there. I said Lily Bell at 24 points because she has 33 of the Magents 55 so far today. And might need a few more to solidify a win today against St. Mary's. Under 4 minutes to go in the game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magents 55, Saints 49. Maya Jones. It's to Okrup. Controls the basketball. Lost it and had a foot on the baseline. Coming up next, our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show. We'll speak to our Sport Clips MVP, name the the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game as well. Deshaw crosses over, gets into the lane, tries to get a pass there to Bell, but there was a double team already set up. Benning the steal, coast to coast layup, missed it. Gets her second chance, opportunity. Rebound, deflected back to Barch. St. Mary's, no points off that turnover. Trailing by 2 scores. Bell calling for the basketball. Instead, they go near side Knutson. She drives. Lane was wide open for her to keep going. Gets the pass to Bell. And 2 more free throws coming up for the junior. And with that foul against Okrup, that's the 3rd St. Mary's Saint to foul out of today's game. All three of them have been responsible for guarding Lily Bell.
Lily Turpin in for the Saints. Lily Bell, shoot 2.
Coach Terry goes down the bench to bring in Lily Turman, 5'9" junior. Bell makes the first of 2 free throw attempts. Machettes to the double bonus for the remainder. .35 performance as it stands for Lily Bell. Magi up 8. Here's Turman with the basketball. Newly into the game. Pass deflected out of bounds by Lily. Schmidt trying to get the ball in. Gets it to Jones, who's been held scoreless since the first couple minutes of this game when she exploded for 6 in the first half. Barch pressured there all the way down the floor by Schmidt. Goes into the lane. Still Barch sticks with it the whole way and scores.
That was a nice heads-up move there by Barch. She was able to just kind of keep her dribble and keep her head up and attack the basket. Once she realized that the defense was kind of flocking over to Bell, she realized that the lane was wide open for an easy layup.
Here it is again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Free throws for Abby Schmidt. First one is missed. Second half of the free throw line hasn't necessarily gone St. Mary's way. But now down 10, they're going to need it to. 0 for 2 trip there for Schmidt. 59-49, last 2 minutes of basketball. This first game of 2 tonight for the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. There goes Barch again. Foul called against the Saints. Be 2 free throws for Kinley Barch. Foul against Schmidt. Another player with 4 personal fouls for St. Mary's. First free throw's no good. Barch shoots 71% for the Serve Pro free throw line, but misses both attempts on that trip. Jones enters the basketball there to Schumacher. Benning makes a tough shot there from the free throw line. Rebound down to Ariana Rude, and Minot High stops the rest of the way, wins them the game. Schumacher called for the foul. That'll put Barch back to the free throw line.
That's her second personal. Kinley Barch to shoot 2 shots.
And Minot High coming off of game against Legacy. A 67-47 win over the Sabres. They got Coach Jason Schwartz's 100th win as the head coach at Minot High School. That's a state championship and a WDA championship as well on the resume. His first 5 seasons here with the Majettes program. 1 out of 2 free throws there made by Kinley Barch. And now we'll get a foul against Minot High. It goes against Aberly.
Fouls on number 11, Sydney Aberly, second.
So single bonus free throws coming up for Maya Jones. Makes the first, and we'll get a second shot. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. Bringing the Serve Pro free throw line. First points of the second half for Maya Jones. Come with the Serve Pro free throw line. 60-51 the score. CC Stevick in the game for Minot. As is Camden Vardy, Ariana Rude, City Aberley, and Everett Deshawn. No Lily Bell anymore. He's played pretty much all but 20 seconds of this game. St. Mary's already trying to foul and keep these Minot High offensive possessions quick. End them with free throws. It'll be Rude now shooting. A perfect 4 for 4 this season. That's the 5th foul against Abby Schmidt. So Gretchen Bohl returns to the floor for St. Mary's. Final 64 seconds. First point of the day for Ariana Rude. Maybe 2 points. 62-51, Majets. Looking ahead, St. Mary's. They've been wearing out the athletic buses here in the month of January. 3 from the corner is good. And we've got a St. Mary's timeout. That was Stella Gallick in the game for 3. St. Mary's down 8 with 52 seconds to go.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Minot High's up 8. Big shot there from Stella Gallick as St. Mary's cuts the deficit to under 10. Problem is St. Mary's is out of timeouts, and Minot's been making their free throws here in the second half.
Yeah, I think for Minot, all you got to do is just get the ball in it. Get the ball in bounds, take care of it, get it up the floor. St. Mary's is going to be coming to foul because they want, they need the clock to stop. So you're going to have to take care of it when you do get it in bounds, and don't be in a hurry to get rid of it. Just get it in bounds, take a couple dribbles, bring that, allow that defense to come over. If you do get in some trouble, you do have a couple timeouts here to get yourself out of it.
Bell back in the game for Minot. Gets the ball into Rude. Again, hasn't missed from the free throw line this year. 2 for 2 today. Talked before the break there about St. Mary's on the road so much. They've played, or from January 18th to February 18th, St. Mary's will play 2 home games in a month. The rest away from home. First free throw by Rude is good. As is the second. So back up to a 10-point lead. St. Mary's needs another quick 3. They've had 4 players foul out of this game. Here's Benning from beyond the arc. A miss. Rude the rebound. And Schumacher gets called for the foul. That might be the last one, though, that St. Mary's needs to commit.
Fouls on number 12, Rachel Schumacher. That's her 3rd personal.
Another reminder of Planning Team Financial Advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show comes up next. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team bus is always welcome at Shots Crossroads. First miss for Ariana Rude after making 8 straight to start the season. Just 30 seconds left for the St. Mary's Saints, who led basically the entire first half. Took a lead at 8-6, didn't give it up until it was 29-28 Minot. Hit a shot with 1 second to go in the half to go up 30-29 in the break, but Minot High just had the offense going in the second half, and St. Mary's lost 4 starters in the process. To foul trouble, Maya Jones makes another free throw. Lily Turman checks back in for St. Mary's, still running the full court press. Down 9 with 28 seconds left. Bell will inbound the basketball. Minot players running into each other. They get the ball into Deshaw. St. Mary's still going after fouls. And that one's going to be called against Gallick.
Fouls on number 10, Stella Gallick.
So Rude will attempt free throws 7 and 8 in the last minute of basketball. We got another game coming up next. Boys game between St. Mary's and Minot High. The Saints trying to snap a 7-game losing streak to the Magicians. Back-to-back misses, so still a shot for St. Mary's. They need 3 threes though. Jones for 2, and St. Mary's continues to foul. Another one on Gallick. Lily Bell shooting 2 free throws. Makes the first. 36 points today for Lily Bell, including crossing 2,000. Pretty obvious candidate and winner of the Sport Clips MVP of the game. We'll talk to her hopefully in maybe 7 seconds, unless St. Mary's fouls again. High pass. And St. Mary's will call off the press. Minot High gets win number 12 on the season. And with Mandan struggling against Bismarck High, could take over first place in the conference by the end of the night. We'll have the planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
Welcome to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads is your postgame headquarters. Order online from shotscrossroads.com. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team Bus is always welcome at Shots Crossroads. We'll start our post-game show today talking with our Sport Clips MVP. It's Lily Bell. Let's start by talking about the game today. Obviously, a lot happened there in the first half, a lot of difficulties, and then you guys powered through. What was the key to the second half success today?
Yeah, I think just our intensity. We just had to amp it up. Like once we go hard on defense, it helps us on the offensive end. So it was the defensive end that helped us a lot.
And then obviously the individual accomplishment today, crossing 2,000 points. So just talk about how much fun it's been to play basketball and how much success you've had.
Yeah, it's so fun. I've been with this team since 8th grade, so I love them all. Everyone the seniors I had since my 8th grade year, the seniors now have helped me so much. It was a bit of a rocky start to get to the 2,000, but I feel like that's what's just going to happen. Just your head is so into it. But after that, I was good, and I'm just happy to have this team.
A lot of the questions are, a lot of pressure's put on getting there tonight. Now you're past it. All right, looking ahead for this team, a lot of adversity over these last 3 games. How do you plan on moving forward, pushing on this season?
Yeah, I think with Carew going out, we just need to work even harder on the defensive end, offensive end. She helped us so much. So losing her and Maggie, losing 2 starters. So just encouraging the new starters, Kinley and Everett. So I think that's just the biggest thing we have to work on, and I think we'll be perfectly fine.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And best of luck this season. That's Lily Bell, our Sport Clips MVP today. We'll be back with the rest of our post-game show next.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. If you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. The final score in game number 1 today, Minot High 67, St. Mary's 58. It wasn't an easy one today, Corey, but Minot still got it done.
No, they started off, St. Mary, like we said, St. Mary's started off the game, really playing loose. Their defense was kind of dictating the pace and how the game was going to be played, and they were capitalizing on some mistakes early on by Minot and some of the struggles offensively, and they were making some shots, and they were just kind of really frustrating Minot to the point where, you could see that there was some visible frustration on the coach, on Coach Schwartz and some of the players out on the floor, and I think once Minot kind of settled down a little bit and they kind of started to chip away at the lead there in the first half and got the lead toward the end of half and gave it back right at the buzzer. And then the second half kind of really took over, but they really benefited a lot, a lot of St. Mary's Saints in foul trouble, and then they really had no choice. And Lily after that, Lily just kind of took over and put the team on her back and kind of carried them over to the victory. So a great job by Minot. Yeah, there's some new girls in the starting lineup, like she said, and how they're going to be able to bounce back from a loss and then pick up a nice win tonight, and then hopefully that then propels and carries them forward here the remainder of the season.
How about we take a look at those final numbers?
We'll take a look at St. Mary's. Scoring 58 points for the game. Led in scoring by Natalie Benning with 23, 18 points in the first half, but she really kind of cooled off in the second half. Shooting-wise, scoring-wise, pretty much everybody did. Only 5 points in the second half, but 23 points in the game. 14 points then Maya Jones, and then after that, just single figures there. Matea Messer, 9 points. 6 points for Journey Orkrup, and then 3 points apiece for Stella Gallick and Schumacher. For Minot High, it was our MVP for the game. Lily Bell scoring 37 of their 66 points, and then a lot of the points in the second half came from the free throw line. She really benefited from getting to the basket and getting fouled, and then going to the free throw line and making those. So 37 points for Lily Bell, 9 points Kinley Barch, 8 points Sydney Aberley, 7 points Everett Deshaw, and then 5 points Ariana Rude. We talked about in the first half, Minot High getting to the free throw line and with the clock stop and trying to chip away at the lead. They did a great job in the second half going to the basket, going hard to the basket, getting to the free throw line. They were 19 of 26 from the free throw line in the second half, and that kind of, not only did that kind of get them the lead, but then it also, you were able to extend the lead from the free throw line. 29 of 40, 73% shooting from the free throw line for the game for Minot High. That's just a testament. They again, just like Lily said in the interview, they're a team that relies on their defense. They got to play really good hard defense. They rebounded well. And then they just kept fighting and chipping away at the lead, and then until they finally got the lead, and then they were able to kind of maintain that lead going forward.
Well, it just went final from Mandan for the second week in a row. Number 1 in Division AA girls basketball suffers a loss on their home floor. This time it's Mandan losing 51-47 to Bismarck High. And could have caught that game, I guess, now elsewhere on the PSP network. But a win for Minot High. With that happening, with everything every single night, we talk about it every time we're on the air about how anything can really go down in the WTA each night. We saw St. Mary's girls pull off 6 wins in a row after a 2-3 start to the season. You see Mandan here, loss, win, loss to their part of the season. And Minot High, heard it at the very end of the interview. Lily Bell says, all of that, we've had to manage all of the things that have happened. Not great for this team. We're still 12-1. We're still going to be fine in the end. They're bought in. Yeah, I think that's the nice thing. You look at losing 2 starters, losing your 2 and 3 scorers, but then you have those girls that you hope can develop themselves into contributing roles. And I know Eve Knutson has contributed a little bit in some of the games that after some of those injuries, and Barge kind of stepped up a little bit here tonight, and I think they're going to have to rely on that because Lily Bell is a good player. She scores a lot, but you're going to have those girls that are going to have to be able to contribute and step up every once in a while. And it's going to be a matter of, and it might not be the same girl every night. It's going to be, there's going to probably be a mixture of girls that contribute. And I think the big thing will be they have to play good defense. And if you can play good defense, you're going to be able to keep yourself in games. You're going to be able to extend your leads. And the way they run their offense and the way they set things up, they can attack the basket from all over the place and get yourself to the free throw line. One more item of business to take care of here in our post-game show. The Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Score 2,000 points at a fast break layup. That'll get you a lot of awards, a lot of congratulations tonight for Lily Bell of Minot High, who finishes the day now at, 2,027 points on the career for the junior Lily Bell, who sweeps our awards today as part of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Your final score in game number 1 for the final time, Minot High 67, St. Mary's 58. Our second game of the day comes up next on the PSP Network.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services and won't slow you down and no appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive through oil change. It'll take about 15 minutes at any of Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. Game number 2, Minot High and St. Mary's here from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It's the last 5 games really dominated by Minot High. They haven't lost by they haven't won by less than 30 against St. Mary's. So, Corey, I'll ask you right away, what's going to be the difference tonight for the Saints to turn things around?
Well, I think the big thing is going to be, defensively. What can they do to counterbalance some of this stuff, this high potent offense that Minot High has, and try to do their best to kind of keep this thing from getting too far out of hand too quickly, because we see Minot High, they can score at will and they can score in bunches and they can score quickly. So it's the big thing for St. Mary's is can they stem the tide? Can they absorb some of the flow of the game as it's going on and find some way and maybe catch a break here or there that that normally probably wouldn't go their way and maybe get off to a hot start, make some shots early and maybe take advantage of some miscues from Minot High, or force the issue a little bit. That might be one of the few, one of the many things that they are going to have to kind of deal with a little bit. Minot High is going to be able to, once they take control, they've shown that they can put games away early if they need to.
Well, let's take a look at where things stand in the WDA again at the halfway point of the conference schedule. 9 games left for most teams. For Minot High, those 2 back-to-back losses in the rather recent part of the schedule kind of sunk them down there into the 4th spot, but losses later on by the likes of Mandan. Bismarck, though, is red hot right now. They have the longest winning streak in the state at the moment. There's a 3-way tie for second, all trailing Century. It's going to be a photo finish, if I had to guess.
Yeah, of always in past years and just previous histories, the top teams and who they are, because they've always kind of been that same way, and there's always kind of 1 through 4 always kind of jockeys for position as far as who's going to be the top seed going into the tournament. But if anything's shown throughout these past couple years and seasons, anybody can be beaten on the boys' side. Anybody can be beaten anytime. You got to be playing well, and Minot is just kind of they took a couple of hits there with those back-to-back losses. They've been able to kind of bounce back a little bit. I foresee them to continue that as well. Hopefully, possibly tonight going into the future, but it's definitely something that Minot High, they're sitting at 4 right now, but they could easily be 2 or 1 by the time this thing is over.
Those standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. The media poll brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center. Century is number 1, but ever since these polls came out, they're 0-1. A loss the other day for Century on Friday against Bismarck High, and now, just like in the girls with Mandan's loss today, the chase is on there for number 1. And I know we say it every time, the rankings don't matter at all, because they're getting messed with in the Division AA level each and every week. Maybe the only consistent team right now is Fargo Davies with Mason Clabo.
Well, yeah, you look at Davies out there in the East, and they're just steadily just kind of doing what they've always do, and Clabo is kind of like the linchpin of that whole operation. yeah, like you say, as far as consistency, they're sitting right there, and they could very well have an argument of being number 1, 2, and you see them climbing up the polls as well, and so. But yeah, you look at the WDA, everybody's beating up on everybody, so that number 1 spot, you might enjoy it while one of those things where you enjoy it while it lasts, because you don't know how long you're going to be there. So, but yeah, I mean that's just a testament of how competitive not only the basketball in the state for AA and boys, but just in the West region alone, the competitiveness in that region, how that number 1 spot just kind of fluctuates from team to team.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is nobody's having a perfect season this year in Division AA boys or girls basketball. Here's take a look here before we get started with tip-off today from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. We'll look at some of the numbers that might be telling in today's game, and we'll start really the glaring stat, rebounding. Minot High, it has been well documented what a rebounding team they are. You got guys like Landon Bedell, Grayson Schaefer, Peyton Shell crashing the glass offensively and defensively. They out-rebounded their opponents by 7 boards per game. That's the best of the WDA. St. Mary's, they get out-rebounded by 4. That's a difference of 11 rebounds tonight. Just get physical if you're the Saints.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing you're going to have to do, and I know the coaching staff for St. Mary's has probably been preaching that all prior to this game, is they have to be physical on the glass. They have to get their bodies on them and move them out the best they can. And just, instead of just standing and watching the ball when the ball's in the air, you got to find somebody, in a Minot High uniform and get your body on them and move them out of the way.
We're about to meet the starters here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium, and then tip-off is on the way next. This has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Plays more basketball today on the PSP Network. St. Mary's in the road blue, white numbers, white letters, white trim. It's Minot High, the all whites, maroon numbers and letters outlined in gold. Some of the players to know before we get this one underway. Jackson Barth for St. Mary's. He is big there in the lane for the Saints. However, coming off a rather quiet week, scored just 14 points, grabbed 15 rebounds over 2 games a week after pitching in 39 points, including a massive double-double against Minot North. And for the Minot High Magicians, you can pick just about anybody out there. Obviously, Peyton Shell, the leading scorer in the WDA, but last week it was really Grayson Schaefer stepping up in plenty of big moments for Minot High. Be Schaefer versus Barth in the center circle. Tip-off is controlled eventually by Eric Winchesky of Minot High, and we are underway with our second game on the PSP Network of WDA basketball. Peyton Shell. It's the pass there from Landon Bedell and scores the game's first 2 points. St. Mary's offensively, they have been scoring not a lot recently against some of the WDA's top competition. So on the girls' game, how well or how far a great start can go. A few points here in the opening minutes could definitely do a lot for the, really just the confidence of this St. Mary's team. There's 2 for Jackson Barth. Right down the floor go the Magicians, and Winchesky gets fouled. Isaac Dupong gets called for the foul. He's back in the lineup for St. Mary's after missing the first couple weeks of the season, 7 games to be exact. Dupong there knocks the ball out of bounds. The rest of the starting 5 for head coach B.J. Etzold and the St. Mary's Saints. Connor Schatz, senior forward, standing 6'3". Here's a steal, by the way, by Dupong. Stops, spins around, rolls off, no good. Winchesky the rebound. So I have Christian Benning, the top scorer for the Saints on offense, and Ryder Benning as well. Bedell stepped on the line, starting 5 for Dean Winchesky and Minot. Peyton Shell, Eric Winchesky, Grayson Schaefer, Gail Workman, and Landon Bedell. Another basketball goes flying out of bounds. 2-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard to get started. Shell to Workman. Shot fake out to Schaefer. Peyton Shell, contested 3, no good. Rebound's going to go out of bounds. And possession to St. Mary's.
You know, each team early on had quick basket, both teams, and they've all kind of, and after that they've kind of cooled off a little bit. St. Mary's has had some opportunities underneath the basket, haven't gone their way, and Minot High's just kind of turned the ball over here a couple times the last couple possessions.
Christian Benning for 3, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, goes to Minot. Schaefer, skip pass near side to Eric Winchesky, drives into the lane, right through 2 defenders for the layup.
Yeah, good drive there by Winchesky, and then had the right mindset there, just kind of stop and let the defense just kind of fly by, and then it was an easy layup for him.
St. Mary's trying to find another response. Minot High takes their second lead here in the opening 2.5 minutes. Barth hands off to Christian Benning. Near side of the lane, one-hand pass out to Ryder Benning. 3 on the way, not going to get it. Bedell the rebound, poked away by the Saints. And Barth is going to get called for a foul as Winchesky was breaking free there.
That's something that St. Mary's is probably going to have to take advantage of and utilize. And even though Minot High can get the rebound, if you can just hang around by them and close enough to poke that thing out a little bit, you might be able to force a few turnovers that way and get some easy baskets there. So not a bad job there by St. Mary's, giving up the rebound, but still had the foresight to kind of get your hand in there and try to poke it out.
Shell to Bedell to Schaefer. That looked like it was exactly executed. Yeah, that was drawn up on the whiteboard.
That was a nice screen and roll, and then just a seal, and then you just get that thing. You get that ball pass to the up to the high post, and you have that post player just seal like that. It's an easy top down high low there for a layup.
Barth created the contact there with Peyton Shell, and we'll go to the Surf Pro free throw line for 2 shots. Barth with the free throw line shooting 57%. St. Mary's a team that doesn't often get to the free throw line. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at Surf Pro, bringing the Surf Pro free throw line. Barth has 4 out of the Saints' first 4 points. They trail by 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Aiden Price in the game for St. Mary's. Workman elevates in the lane and scores. St. Mary's also brings in Brady Ruggles. And we've got a timeout called by Minot, leading 8-4. Take it with them here from First International Bank and Trust.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers. In 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. Turnover there by the Saints. Winchesky, jump stop out to Peyton Shell, set up for three. Maybe a little bit rushed. Foul against Bedell, trying to rip away the rebound from Christian Benning.
Yeah, again, that's something St. Mary's is going to have to do. They're going to have to go after the rebounds, and then they're going to have to be strong with it, and not let Minot just come in and try to rip that thing out. They're going to have to take care of the basketball when they do get it.
Minot High put it together their full court press there in the timeout, and it has caused some problems. Out to Mason Jensen for three on the Winchesky pass. Offensive rebound for Bedell. Free throws coming up for him. Jalen Gunville checked into the game for Minot, along with Jensen. Another substitution for St. Mary's, Cortland Eberly. Lana Bedell starts 1 for 1 today at the Serve Pro free throw line. 9-4 in favor of the Magi. Second shot's missed. The rebound dropped. Picked up by Peyton Shell. Finds Gunville. Quick shot for three. Gets his own rebound. Bedell fouled there. It looks like the Saints were on the verge of a steal, but how long this possession has been because of the offensive rebounding effort. The Magi will get to take the ball out of bounds again. It's Bedell and then Jensen trying to get Gunville off a screen there for a corner three. Instead they go the other way. Well defended by the Saints. So after all of that, what was it, 4 or 5 chances, St. Mary's still gets the stop.
That's got to be kind of a minor win there for St. Mary's to get, give Minot High that many chances and have them go away with no points. That's got to be, you have to take that victory there if you're St. Mary's.
Got to go towards the basket here. Eberly with 5, still outside the three-point line with Aiden Price. Really getting no room and just not even a shot there. That's turnover. Gunville avoided travel. Winchesky full speed into the lane. Jump pass out to Mason Jensen. Three's in it now. Bedell steals the rebound away from Jackson Bart, then attacks again. Another miss. Minot's like over their last 10 on just 2 possessions. Aiden Price trying to get the rebound, and he lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, this is definitely up-tempo, kind of chaotic at times it seems, and neither team is really doing a very good job of taking care of the basketball. And when you have got bodies all over the floor here and trying to do things underneath the basket, you just got to kind of clean some things up here if you're both teams.
Mason Jensen just threw that ball out of bounds. Not touch any player on the court. Whoa. Now let's say it was deflected by St. Mary's. So it stays with, well, they're still trying to throw it out of bounds. Winchesky picks it up. It's a screen from Schaefer. Attacks by himself, spin to the middle, and one for Eric Winchesky. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
He's just so quick when he gets the ball and he goes to the basket, and he just does a great job of setting up his defender, gets them leaning to one side, and then he just stops and just pivots on a dime, and he's able to kind of get himself fight through some bodies there to get a layup and draw a foul, and unfortunately missed the free throw.
And that big 26-point performance in the overtime win, or sorry, the overtime loss, against Century. Christian Benning scoops it up with the left hand. 11-6 Minot high on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Wide open Jensen got past the defense and scores. Assist there, I believe it was from Workman. St. Mary's looking to score with Jackson Barth on the bench. A three from Christian Benning. And a foul on maybe a jump ball on the rebound. Officials will discuss. One said foul, the other said maybe a jump ball. It is a jump ball in the end. St. Mary's wanted a foul. They'll get the basketball anyway.
Yeah, it was one of those where, you know, both go up, and when Jeske did kind of get over the top there, and whether or not he was, you know, pulled over the back of the St. Mary's player or not, you know, that's something the referees kind of discussed and determined it was just a jump ball situation.
Top of the key with Eberle to the near corner. That's Brooks Armstrong. 15 on the shot clock for Eberle with it again. Hops into the lane, swatted away. Ball stays with the Saints. Single digits on the shot clock there for Benning. A look at a rebound. Out of bounds to Minot. Here's another look, though, at this shot block by Peyton Shell. 28th block of the season in game number 13. Foul against the Saints in Cortland Eberle. That'll be the 6th against St. Mary's, so early in the first half. Minot is in the bonus. Mason Jensen from way downtown. That was good in a couple of leagues. Double-digit advantage for the Magicians. Shots against Schaefer. Making his way into the lane. Passes it out to Armstrong. His shot is no good. Carson Brecky in for Minot. There's Jensen, a quick 5. Actually make that a quick 7 points now for Mason Jensen. 12-point lead for Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Minot State University, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continue their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. BC to be heard to you and MSU. That's Minot State University. Back to the basketball here, and a foul against St. Mary's and Connor Shots. Put Landon Bedell at the free throw line. Minot High shot 40 free throws in the girls' game earlier today. And the boys are on pace to maybe break that mark.
Well, yeah, they're definitely going to get they're definitely get the opportunities here that in this first half with 10 minutes left, and they're already at the free throw line. So they're primed to do some damage here at the free throw line if they continue to be aggressive like they are on the offensive end going to the basket.
A miss, though, by Bedell, followed by an offensive rebound by Schaefer. Extra pass to Jensen for three. Mason Jensen's on fire in the first half.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody like that coming off the bench that can give you a spark and get some scoring going, and then take some pressure off some of the starters maybe that haven't been able to kind of finish it all here underneath, finishing around the basket. So have Jensen coming off the bench here and with a quick 10 points, it's always a good thing.
Yeah, averages 5 a game. He's got 10 in the first 8 minutes. Steal by Winchesky, sprints past everybody. Oh, poke there, and that forces a travel. What a play by Isaac Dupont, a risky play for sure, but causes the turnover.
Yeah, I think Winchesky was just kind of taking a jump stop, hoping he could get some contact there, but his feet kind of gave out on him a little bit. He's kind of lucky he didn't, do any damage to him, going to hurt himself a little bit there coming to that jump stop.
St. Mary's, who's fallen behind by 15. This was a game tied at 4. Schaefer knocks the basketball out of bounds. Just 9 seconds to shoot for the Saints. Christian Benning on the bench for St. Mary's. He's their top 3-point shooter. But Jackson Barth back in. Now we've got a stoppage. Looks to be some sort of warning. With 3 seconds, Ryder Benning tries to pass it. Barth got it off, but didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, that's been a couple times here, a couple possessions here in this first half that St. Mary's has kind of let that shot clock run down a little bit. Good defense by Minot High to force that issue, and they'd probably continue to do that if St. Mary's doesn't find a way to kind of get that neutralized a little bit.
Offensive foul against Minot's Peyton Shell. The ball gets turned back over to St. Mary's. That's the second on Shell here in the half. St. Mary's needs some scoring. Obviously, Minot High, they score more than anybody else, almost everybody else in the WDA, right up there with Bismarck High. And there's 2 for St. Mary's. They needed. Jensen unable to add to the first half total there. Another foul against Minot High. Second foul against Landon Bedell in the first half. It's a good thing these teams play about 13, 14 players.
Yeah,
if not, they would all be fouled out.
Yeah, you see Minot High is kind of rotating in the low, has rotated in, and so St. Mary's has done the same thing. So, foul trouble is probably not that big of an issue, but obviously you don't want to be picking up 2-3 fouls in the first half of a ball game. But great job there by St. Mary's. Even better job there by Winchesky getting that block on that potential layup.
Yeah, St. Mary's thought they had successfully beaten the press. Well, they hadn't scored yet. Another foul. This will be against the Saints. And Jackson, 23, Isaac Dupont. So that'll lead to free throws for Cale Workman. 1 and 1. We had that Winchesky block on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay coming up shortly.
Minot does such a great job of just constantly moving on the offensive end. It makes it very difficult to defend, and then so St. Mary's has no choice but to kind of try to reach out and kind of keep them from going somewhere, and they're picking up a lot of fouls with just kind of on the reach and hold.
Offensive foul there against Barth. And the fouls continue to pile up for St. Mary's here in the first half. That's now the 9th. Here is the block by Winchesky. At Ryan Dealerships, their commitment to the respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference and visit one of their 5 locations in Minot or Bismarck. Williston, sorry. Schaefer on the pass from Winchesky, hits the 3. Ooh, Benning, that was a risky pass, but St. Mary's keeps moving down the court for 2.
St. Mary's, great job of quick reversals there. You know, Minot High's aggressive on that full court press. They try to trap, they go after the steal. If they get it, they know they got fast break opportunity.
Steal there by Jalen Gunville, but a missed shot. Last touch by the Magi. Ball going to St. Mary's.
And finish the thought there, Minot High trapping that initial, that first wave there of the press, trying to trap there and forcing that quick reversal and maybe be able to kind of sneak that steal and pass. And if they don't get it, St. Mary's has 3-on-2 opportunity, and they've been able to capitalize the last couple times.
Barth looking for help there to set up the offense. Gives it to a guard, Christian Benning, who tries to pass it back to Barth. I think would be cutting. Said it's a turnover. Patrick Shanahan into the game for Minot. Here's Schaefer, another 3, but a miss. Gunville, another offensive rebound. Back to Workman, all alone. Drives into the lane. I think Grayson Schaefer was the one supplying the defense on that shot. Saved by Shanahan. New shot clock for Minot. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Eric Winchesky short.
Now, we talked about in the pregame how just aggressive Minot High is on the boards, and how much work St. Mary's is going to have to do to keep Minot High off the rebounds, and unfortunately, St. Mary's hasn't done the best job in this first half. They've shown signs of being able to do it, and just unfortunately, they're giving Minot opportunity after opportunity on the offensive end.
24-10, Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Shot fake, and then a drive by Christian Benning out to the corner. 3 from Dupong's no good. Grayson Schaefer the rebound. While Minot High's offense has had, I guess you could say, a bit of struggles just by the amount of shots they've put up. The numbers aren't necessarily very high. They're still scoring a solid number for the first half, but the defense, it has not let St. Mary's get away with really anything at all.
Yeah, since they've come out in this full court pressure, they've really kind of forced the tempo and kind of forced the issue with St. Mary's, and St. Mary's has shown times where they've been able to break in and get layups, but they've turned the ball over their fair share of times on this too.
Very entertaining games happening on the PSP network tonight. From Mandan, Bismarck High and the Mandan Braves squaring off there in the Star Bank Gymnasium. Also from Minot North, a good one with Bismarck Legacy. And of course here from Magic City Campus, Minot High going for the sweep over St. Mary's. Jalen Gunville, nobody out there to guard him. Missed the 3 though, and then commits a foul, trying to go for the rebound. And fouled Trayson Terry, the freshman, in for St. Mary's.
Mason Jensen back in for the Magi.
Mason Jensen with a big first half. Returns to the court for Workman. Gets the steal there. Jensen is going to try and finish there at the rim. Michelle the rebound. Fouled by Christian Benning. 3 free throws coming up for Peyton Shell. Coming up next, our Magic Towing halftime report. Take a look at the first half numbers and some scores from around the WDA. Magic Towing halftime report. Remember the phone number is 701-509-4011. Whenever you need a tow, call Magic Towing. Shell makes both free throws. 26-10 Magi. Able to break the press. And then a turnover just as they get across the half-court line. Shell Up ahead to Jensen, another St. Mary's foul. 2 free throws for Jensen. Oh, and he plays fast as Minot High does in the transition game, and the defense is always kind of trailing you. This amount of fouls is going to happen.
Yeah, that's one thing Minot High has really forced St. Mary's into is committing a lot of fouls of just reach in and fast break opportunities. They're just going hard to the basket, and they're forcing St. Mary's. Either you allow us just to have the open layup, or you're going to foul us and we're going to the free throw line. Fortunately for St. Mary's, Minot High is not really capitalizing a little bit from the free throw line.
They're not making free throws, but they're getting rebounds off of them all. Leads to a 3 for Patrick Shanahan. 5 minutes left in the first half. Terry gets across. That's online, guarded by Shanahan. Armstrong back to Trayson Terry. Just 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Here's Brooks Armstrong with it again. Carries the ball into the lane. Spin around. 2 is good. Brooks Armstrong for St. Mary's in the scoring column. Winchesky, stop and go again. Pass out to Landon Bedell near side 3. Got it. Landon Bedell from downtown.
There's so many options and weapons that Minot High has on offense that you don't really know how to key on any of them.
3 on the other side for Brady Ruggles. 32-15 Minot. Jensen finding his way into the lane there. Just used the elbow a little bit too much, or the shoulder, to create some space. Offensive foul. That'll put St. Mary's in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
Falls on number 3, Mason Jensen. First personal 6-team foul. Christian Benning and Ryder Benning back in.
Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Serving Magic City for over 25 years. It's Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Call now at 701-852-1700. Place your orders tonight. Everly, spin and a pass out to Benning, Ryder Benning. Trying to find Christian Benning, and he lost the handle out of bounds.
Even when St. Mary's gets into a half-court offensive set, Minot High does such a great job of just all-out pressure all over the place, and they're just forcing St. Mary's to handle the ball away from the basket, and they're burning a lot of that shot clock, and there's just really there's no room for error if you're St. Mary's.
Mason Jensen keeps this first half chugging along. 14 in the first half for Jensen. On the pass from Shanahan. Benning tries to go back to the left, lost his footing there, attacks again against Bedell. And Bedell just holding on. The 1-and-1 for Benning. Third of the half against Landon Bedell. Landon Bedell may not be very high in the scoring column, but he does pretty much everything else for Minot High.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that you have that you, as a coach, you just like to have on your team and part of your program, because not everybody can or not everybody has to be the main scorer, but you do need those people that are willing to get in there and defend and rebound and just play all out as hard as they can for however long they're in the game, and he's definitely one of those. And guys that are, kids that are watching games, those are players too that you want to have aspirations to try to be as well.
Long rebound goes to Winchesky, keeps the ball for Minot. Shanahan, defense flies by, and again, Patrick Shanahan, the freshman there, under control all the way to 2 points. Watch that one again shortly on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Just 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. 36-17 is the score in favor of the Minot High Magicians, ranked number 2 in AA basketball this week. 3 missed by Benning. Winchesky fouled on his way. And And enjoy this Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, just a nice little shot fake, got the guy going and was able to get all the way to the basket. But that all started just because of the first shot opportunity he had was a three that he had made. So that defender, knowing he's got to come out and defend that simple shot fake, and he was wide open there for the layup.
Patrick Shanahan, he's kind of rotated with Taven Archer and Carson Brecky as kind of the third, maybe fourth player off the bench for Dean Winchesky. 1 for 2 as Eric at the Serve Pro free throw line. Largest lead of the day for Minot at 20 points. Ryder Benning kept that pivot foot down. Jackson Barth looking where to go. Hands off to Christian Benning. Drive from the left side. Blocked by Winchesky. Went up and met him. And then goes from the left side with the right hand. Eric Winchesky. It's all working for Minot here in the first half. Pulling away from St. Mary's.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Thank you for joining us today on the PSP Network. We've got WDA broadcasts from 4 out of the 5 gyms in the conference tonight. Back to basketball here from Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Minot High leading 39-17 over the St. Mary's Saints out of Bismarck. Christian Benning, another missed three. Rebound down to Minot. Winchesky. Nice pass to Shanahan for 2. Another one for the replay reel.
Yeah, just like in the girls' game, Lely Bell driving and Aberley being able to cut to the basket. Shanahan's doing the exact same thing, and he's getting rewarded for it.
Shanahan going to drive this time. Whoa. A travel. Well, here's the good play on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Winchesky spinning. Confused the defense. Benning will walk the ball down the floor. Near side, hand off to Brooks Armstrong. Jackson Barth hasn't scored in a long time for this St. Mary's team. After scoring the game's first 4 points. Armstrong step back, passes it to Barth. And the shot clock was at 5 seconds when St. Mary's puts up a shot. Foul on the closeout by Barth. His third.
Falls on number 24, Jackson Barth. It's his third personal. Grayson Schaefer to shoot 2.
Jackson Barth, a guy who don't really want to come off the court for St. Mary's, just what he can bring defensively to this team, especially matchup-wise with the Magicians. Grayson Schaefer makes the first of 2 free throws, shooting the double bonus. Both of them are good. Big lead here before halftime for the Magi, 43-17. Score about 44 points per game in just the first half alone. Coming off a season low, though, in points. It was just 68 against Legacy. It was the first time they've been held under 70 points. They became the last team across the entire state in boys basketball to have their first not 70-point game. Armstrong on the run, had no time, but there's The putback before the buzzer by Christian Benning, and St. Mary's goes into halftime scoring the last 2 points, but Minot High leads by 24. Halftime report next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. Whenever you need a tow, there's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing. Name PSP Network and save $50 at Magic Towing. And that phone number, 701-509-4011. The score at the half, Minot High 43, St. Mary's 19. It was close early on, of course, but then Minot High, the press, it caused a lot of problems. Minot High was out rebounding St. Mary's. Minot High really just was a better team in every category in that first 18 minutes.
Yeah, and like we said, once they came out of that timeout with that full court press, then they really kind of forced the issue a little bit and were able to kind of get St. Mary's to turn the ball over a little bit. And if they did get the, if they did get the turnover, they were forcing St. Mary's to kind of rush a little bit. And yeah, they gave up a couple layups, but for the most part, they've been able to kind of get back on defense and force the issue. And then the floodgates kind of opened offensively. They were able to get to the basket. They got St. Mary's into some foul trouble, much like in the girls' game. St. Mary's had some foul trouble they had to deal with. We're seeing that in the boys' game as well, with two guys with 3 fouls in the first half. So they're going to be. Might have one or both of them on the bench to start the second half, and unfortunately one of them is your main scorer in Barth, and so that's going to be something that the coaching staff, St. Mary's, is going to have to be mindful of and try to figure out how do we keep him in the game and not have him pick up any more fouls.
How about we take a look at the first half scoring?
Well, we take a look at St. Mary's with the 19 points. They were led with 6 by Christian Benning. 4 points apiece from Jackson Barth and Cortland Eberly coming off the bench with 4. 3 points for Brady Ruggles and 2 points then for Brooks Armstrong. For Minot High, 43 points in that first half. They were led in scoring from Mason Jensen off the bench with 12 points. You talked about it. He averages 5 a game, and he had 12 in the first half. And then 3 guys with 7, Eric Winchensky 7, Grayson Schaefer 7, and then Patrick Shanahan coming off the bench scoring 7. He's averaging 2 points a game. So you have your two bench scorers score 19 of your 43 points when they average 7. So I mean that's something that they as far as Coach Winchensky is concerned he wasn't probably expecting, greatly appreciated when you have got 2 guys that can come out the bench and contribute with that stuff. So 4 points apiece for Peyton Shell and Landon Bedell. So and then 2 points Cale Workman. So pretty balanced throughout there, but you got some contribution from a couple guys out the bench that you don't normally see that many as far as point total. But really the main thing for Minot, what they've been able to do defensively to St. Mary's in that first half is more of a testament than the points that they've been able to put on the board. They just have really been able to kind of shut down St. Mary's, make them work for everything they have. I don't know how many times in that first half that they either had a shot clock violation or that shot clock is under 5 when the shot goes up, mainly because they're spending almost 10 of it just to get it across half court at times.
Another wild night in the WDA. Let's take a look at some scores from the girls' games earlier this evening, thanks to North Dakota Score Feed. Bismarck Legacy, a win over Minot North on the PSP Network, 80-51. Elsewhere on the PSP Network, Williston got a victory over Dickinson, 74-60. And the big one, the upset, Bismarck High over number 1 ranked Mandan, 51-47 in the Braves' home gym. They get the season split through the Demons against the Braves there. So that means Minot High most likely they'll move back into the number 1 spot in the state after they defeated St. Mary's today, 67-58. Lily Bell scored her 2,000th career point in that game. And in the boys' games, some halftime scores, early second half scores. Bismarck Legacy leading Minot North 71-48. They're from Sentinel Gymnasium. You can find the final 8 minutes of that game on the PSP Network. Just before halftime, Mandan has a 38-35 lead over Bismarck High in that rivalry game. Century up on Jamestown, 66-32 in the second half. And your score here from Minot, it's the Magi 43, St. Mary's 19 at the half. Second half is next on the PSP Network.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice.
Order for Danny.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Second half on the PSP Network. Today's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. You can contact them. Find Dylan at 222-2155. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Minot with basketball to start the second half. Immediately a pass is deflected out of bounds. Nope, there was a foul. Ryder Benning called for his first personal foul today. Just 9 seconds into the second half. First meeting between these teams is the first conference game of the year for both Minot and St. Mary's. There's Peyton Shell. Rolls out, no good. Oh my goodness. Third attempt is no good. And eventually St. Mary's runs away with the rebound. Christian Benning. Long three, but it rolls off out of bounds. First meeting was a 94-47 win for Minot. They had 52 points by halftime. Made 12 threes in the game. And obviously the stat that we pointed out in the pregame show, Minot was plus 25 rebounding against St. Mary's back in December. Another foul against St. Mary's, still in the first minute of the second half. Minot inbounds the ball to Shell. That's just 4 points in half number one. Shell averages a WDA best 24 and 7 rebounds. Barth finds Benning. And now it's Connor shots. Another possession where the shot clock gets down to single digits for St. Mary's. Finds DuPong over Bedell. Not going to get it. It did hit the rim, so new shot clock for the Saints. They won't use much of it as Connor shots goes flying down the lane for two. Schaefer. Near side they go to Shell. Into the block, Winchesky. Bedell, the no-look hook shot there for two. (45-21) Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Location North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Count on the baseline by Christian Benning. Gets the ball out to Isaac DuPong for three. St. Mary's going to need a lot of offense to make this comeback in the second half. Shell gets that one to go. Cortland Everly back to the scorers table for the Saints. St. Mary's led by fourth-year head coach B.J. Etzold. Here goes Barth in the lane, working against Winchesky. A miss, fading away. Minot quickly in transition, gets in the offense. Shell Drives, spins, scores, chance to add a three-point play for Peyton Shell.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Shell. He kind of let the defense get going, kind of let his teammates kind of set up where they wanted to, and realized that everybody kind of cleared out and gave the left side to him, so he was able to kind of drive in a quick spin and got DePong out of position there a little bit to pick up the foul. And free throw woes continue for Minot High. Pretty much the only thing that's probably gone wrong for Minot right now is they haven't been able to kind of finish at the free throw line.
Wincheski kicked the basketball. So instead of a fast break score there, St. Mary's gets the ball back. Everly to shots. Able to get into the lane there against Bedell, but Peyton Shell with another shot block on the Ryan Fenby Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Benning gets his own rebound. Goes right back into the paint. That is going to be a very tough shot to get off with Bedell and Shell airborne. Wincheski, no. Bedell rebound, fouled. Free throws coming up for Landon Bedell. Fourth personal foul against Connor Schatz, so 3 St. Mary's Saints head to the scores table. Checking in after his first Bedell free throw. It's good. Hayden Price, Brady Ruggles, Jackson Barth on the floor for St. Mary's now with 3.5 minutes of the second half gone by. Rebound by Schaefer, keeps the ball with Minot. Workman right in the middle of the floor for 2. 52-24 Magi.
See Minot that at least started this second half have been a little bit more patient on the offensive end. They're going to running some stuff. I think, St. Mary's is kind of going back and forth between man and zone, but Minot High's been able to kind of set things up a little bit and attack the basket off of whatever St. Mary's is doing.
Here goes Eric Wincheski. Pass out to Grayson Schaefer. Corner 3 is missed. Teammates there for St. Mary's battling over the rebound. It goes to Barth. Christian Benning. Out to Ruggles. Barth steps behind the three-point line. Didn't have enough on it. Shell now to Wincheski. Stops. Back to Peyton Shell. Gets it over to Workman. Nice into the lane. Just attacking with the basketball. Minot High has been nearly unstoppable today.
Yeah, they do a great job of they just spread the floor and they stretch that defense as much so you can't be there to help on a drive, and because you're so far away from the basket, you're going to come over late and probably foul anyway. So Minot High is doing a great job of spreading the floor and then attacking the basket off of that.
30-point lead in the second half for Minot. Jackson Barth, the miss. Everly there for the offensive rebound. He's going to go up with the right hand. That's good around Schaefer. So the lead is back down to 28. 54-26 Minot. All the way around the three-point line to Jensen. And then Wincheski back up top to Workman. Took an extra step in there. I want to thank another one of our PSP Network sponsors today. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza, open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. We've got More basketball from the WDA coming up later this week on Thursday and Friday night. Workman, 3-ball, it's good. We'll take a look at that PSP Network upcoming schedule when we return from a First International Bank and Trust timeout.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all.
7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Well, here is what's coming up on the PSP Network this week. St. Mary's and Legacy basketball doubleheader on Thursday night, as well as high school hockey in the WDA. Friday night, a tripleheader of boys and girls basketball from Bismarck, Minot, and Williston. That's this weekend on the PSP Network. Our focus today, lots of upsets, lots of great games, and Division AA, of course, in the WDA, but some very important games in Divisions A and B. A steal by Jalen Gunville to Shell for 3. Gunville in there for the rebound. Threw it back into play to Bedell. Battle for it. Oh my. Threw it off of Armstrong, and it will stay with Minot. At the Division A level, especially in girls basketball, Corey, it's there seem to be, we rank 5 teams with the media. There seem to be about 7 teams right now, as Shell has a chance for a 3-point play. There seem to be 7 teams in Division A girls basketball right now that have a shot, and each of them equally kind of have a shot at winning it all this year. It is going to be a thrill down the finish.
Yeah, I mean we're living proof of that opportunity. You know, we're sitting number 1 in the state right now, undefeated, and we had a really good test last night in Bottineau. Bottineau is receiving votes in the latest poll, and they're at the top of our region right now too, along with us and Turtle Mountain, and they gave us a heck of a game. And then I give a lot of credit. They came out on their home court and welcomed the number 1 team in the state to their building, and their fans were ready for the game, and they came out firing. And we trailed for the first time all season at halftime, and had to fight back to win the game. We were down 7 with about 5 minutes left, and we ended up winning by 13. So it was the first time our starters and our main 2 players from the bench really played a 4-quarter game. And so and I told the girls that in the locker room after the game, this is one of many that we have left on the schedule. We still have to go to Turtle Mountain and play them. We've got DLB that is no slouch at all either, and we got Carrington coming in next week, who just knocked off the number 2 team in the state in Division A. So this division is wide open, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to coach the remainder of the season, and I've said from the get-go, the 8 teams that make that state tournament in March, in the beginning at the Dome in the beginning of March, have earned the right to be there.
Yeah, you catch that Carrington Southbury Max game on the PSP Network. Meanwhile, here in Minot, the Magicians have a 62-26 lead over St. Mary's. Foul called against the Saints. Mentioned the 7-game winning streak that Minot High is on against St. Mary's. The last 5 games have all been 30-point or larger wins for the Magi against St. Mary's. As they're at the free throw line for Mason Jensen. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration at ServPro. Bring the ServPro free throw line. A few final scores already from WDA boys basketball. Jamestown and Minot North. Take a look at those if we got some time in our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Still a while to go before then. 10 minutes of this second half. Shots trying to get the ball to Barth. And Peyton Shell wasn't going to get fooled there on any pass fake. Saints inbounding underneath their own hoop. All the way around Ryder Benning. Barth takes the handoff, now drives against Schaefer. Big finish there by Jackson Barth. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, that was just a good, strong move there by Barth. He was able to kind of get the position on Schaefer, and Schaefer tried to kind of avoid that contact the best he could, but unfortunately, just Barth was able to kind of get there, absorb the contact, get up to the mid basket, and then free throw line.
A miss though on the end one opportunity for Barth. Wincheski out to Schaefer, calling for it, gets it, shoots, does not score. Foul against St. Mary's. Barth on the, oh nope, it was against Minot. It's Landon Bedell's fourth foul.
Second team foul.
Bedell in some foul trouble here. 35-point lead for Minot. And about half of the second half to go. Armstrong driving kick to Barth, near side Ryder Benning. Up with the right hand, mid-range, not gonna get it over Wincheski. Now Eric sprints past everybody for two. Christian Benning lost the basketball. Now Shell gives it up to Wincheski again. Another fast break score for Minot. And a timeout brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. 67-28 Magi.
Financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
It's almost like spring outside, if it wasn't for the wind. We are inside Magic City Campus Gymnasium today. And Minot High looking to complete the sweep of St. Mary's on the regular season. Minot High girls did so earlier today. And the boys are just a few minutes away from doing the same. Up 67-28. 5 on the shot clock. For shots. Fade away over Wincheski. Hey. Connor shots for two. Quite a few nominees today for our Magic City Home Leisure Move of the Game. We'll award that in the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Benning had his pass stolen away. Here goes Schaefer. Was waiting for the dunk today. It's Grayson Schaefer with the two-hand slam. Barth, see where he was going there. That pass out to Ryder Benning, but arms up in the air there from Winchesky and Bedell. However, it's a foul against Bedell, and that's his 5th. So foul out. Meanwhile, here's the Schaefer dunk on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. At Ryan Dealerships, their commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot or Williston. Barth 1 for 2 on that trip to the Serve Pro free throw line. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Shell around the arm there of Jackson Barth, and 1 for Peyton Shell. Second look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. How many times in this second half, as we said, Peyton Shell and 1?
Yeah, he's done a great job here. A little slow in the first half with 4 points, but he's come alive in the second half. He's gotten himself to the basket. Just can't quite seem to finish that three-point play, but he's gotten himself to the basket, made some layups, got to the free throw line. So a much better second half for him.
Christian Benning, another long 3. Rebound goes to Winchesky. Has numbers, lobs it up for Schaefer. Some more nominees for the move of the game. Second dunk in a matter of maybe over a minute for Grayson Schaefer. Benning finds Barth top of the key. He's fouled by Schaefer and gives us a chance to watch another Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Winchesky knew what was going to happen right away. The alley-oop. 73-31 Magicians on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Benning for 2. Has to time that one up against Peyton Shell, looking for another shot block. Turnover by Minot. Wilson Wald in the game for the Magi. He wears number 22. Got a running clock the rest of the way with Minot High up 40. Inside of 8 minutes to go. Currently 5:30 left. After that, we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Nice pass. Barth to DePong. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. 2 more for Shell. After the 4-point first half, he has come alive here after halftime. Benning, open enough. 3 ball. 75-38 Magi. Minot, well, there's a travel by Shell. Minot's been in control of this one ever since the opening minutes. St. Mary's, they got some early stops. A few Minot High turnovers there early on, but once that stopped, once the press got put on, Minot High never looked back.
Yeah, we've looked at, we've said it before, coming out of that timeout when they put that full court press on, that was when they kind of started to turn things around a little bit, kind of force the issue a little bit more, force St. Mary's to kind of play a little more sped up and a little more out of control a little bit. They had some turnovers. They were able to get down the floor a lot quicker, get fouls, get to the free throw line. So yeah, once they kind of calm things down a little bit and put some pressure on St. Mary's, they were able to kind of get it across or take advantage of it.
over and back. Called against Minot, who has just one starter left in the game. That's Cale Workman. So have Mason Jensen, Jalen Gunville, Carson Brecky, and Wilson Wald. Trayson Terry back in the game for St. Mary's. It's the ball to Cortland Eberly. Eberly had 4 teammates set up there, ready to shoot the 3, but he took it himself. Gunville picks up the dribble, finds Wald. 3 minutes left, second half. Near side, Gunville drives. Back out top to Jensen. Offensive rebound by Cale Workman. Inserted into that starting lineup when Fisher Johnson went out with an injury. Here's a steal by Brady Ruggles, unable to finish the fast break. Heard word that Fisher Johnson could start working out a little bit this week or next week. That's a good sign for Minot. Not a season-ending injury there for him. Taven Archer into the game for the first time for Minot. And he's going to get called for the foul there, trying to get the rebound over Peyton Copy.
First personal, 15 foul.
Also in for St. Mary's, Jay Mueller. Armstrong, Ruggles, and Terry still out on the court. Here goes Brady Ruggles, long ways away. Gunville grabs the rebound for Minot, leading 75-40. Minot in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Inside of 2 minutes. Gunville looking to reverse the basketball. He gets it on another reversal. Drive and kick out to Wilson Wald. 3 on the way, he's got it. Wilson Wald 2 for 3 from beyond the arc on the season. Now St. Mary's, late game offense. Brooks Armstrong for 2.
Brooks Armstrong.
Minot High, they will get started on a technically 3-game road trip. Their next 3 games away from home. They'll take on Bismarck High at the Carl Gard Gym on Friday. You can find that game on the PSP network. Minot has a 9-game road winning streak. The last time they lost, though, on the road, Bismarck High last year. That was their first and only loss of the regular season. And then it's the following week at Williston and at Dickinson for the Magi. You can find that Dickinson game as well on the PSP network. Corner 3 from Jay Mueller. For St. Mary's, they're also away from home for the next 3 games. In fact, they start a 5-game road trip today against Minot. The Saints will take the long journey to Bismarck Legacy on Friday night and then go to Jamestown and Minot North on the first week of February. St. Mary's falls to 3-10. Minot up to 11-2. Mandan right now holding a 1-point lead with 10 minutes left against Bismarck High. A game of note and of much importance in the WDA standings. Trayson Terry from a mile away is our last bucket of the game. And the final score, Minot High 78, St. Mary's 48. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome into the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show here on the PSP Network. Start by talking to our Sport Clips MVP, Mason Jensen. What a first half for you guys there. Set the tone, and it was thanks in part to your scoring as well. I mean, what was the first half like for you guys today?
We got a rough start, but once we started moving the ball, playing defense, actually talking, it got better. And that's how I got all those points, was from Shell, kicking out, Eric, all those guys.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we say the same thing to you guys every night in the interview. Once you put in that press and the game speeds up, you guys are really the only team that can play that fast. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, there's other teams, but we're pretty good at it.
Yeah, pretty good. Then the second half, obviously, guys like Peyton Shell, they got in the scoring column. Everybody pitched in today. Just a very team effort today. How would you assess that second half as well?
Oh, yeah. Peyton, he did really good. Eric did too, passing the ball. Landon, even though he fouled out, he did good. And Gray.
All right, well, you did pretty good too. Our Sport Clips MVP today, Mason Jensen. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we got the rest of our post-game show coming up next to the PSP Network.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
We're back at the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Final score, Minot High 78, St. Mary's 48. A win for the Magicians to start the second round of the WDA conference schedule. And got those points calculated, Corey?
Yeah, take a look.
All right, let's take a look at those.
Yep, we'll take a look at St. Mary's first. 48 points for the game. Led in scoring with 11 points by Christian Benning. 8 points for Cortland Eberly. 7 Jackson Barth. 5 points for Isaac Kapong. And then 4 points apiece for Connor Schatz, Brooks Armstrong. And then 3 points apiece, Brady Ruggles, Trayson Terry, and Jay Mueller added in a three-pointer toward the end of the game. For Minot High, pretty balanced scoring, 78 points for the game, led by scoring by Peyton Shell, 17 points, 13 of those coming in the second half. Our MVP, Mason Jensen, 13 points. Most of those came in the first half when he kind of had that spark that kind of got them going for the game. So in the first half especially. So Mason Jensen had 13, 11 points. Eric Winchesky, 9 points. Cale Workman. In 11 points, Grayson Schaefer, 7 points, Landon Bedell and Patrick Shannon, and then 3 points by Wilson Wall there. He also chipped in a three-pointer coming off the bench toward the end of the game as well. So pretty balanced scoring, Minot High. Impressed how they came out and just kind of the defense kind of started to take over like Mason said in the interview. And so it was a good overall win there for Minot High. Just, kind of keeps the train going for them. And like you said, after the first round of play, now we're going in seeing the team second time around. The familiarity is there, so that as far as having any surprises, everybody kind of knows how everybody's supposed to be playing. So, but when you have a bench, when Mason comes off the bench like that and like we said, averaging 5 points a game and comes in with 12, that's something that teams are now going to have to pay attention to a little bit when he's on the floor, that he's a threat to score the basket, but he also benefits a lot from guys doing the dirty work underneath, and then he just finds that open spot, like you said, and guys were finding him, and he was making it. So it's surprising how the more you make shots like that, guys will find you because they're confident that you're going to be able to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, I think the first couple weeks of the season, the preseason, you just assess this team and you say, well, they lost quite a bit from the last year and the year before that especially, but you look at it and you say, well, who are the pieces and who's going to step up around the Schaefers, Bedells, basically the starting five, and it was a big question mark for a lot of people. But as this season goes along, you start getting introduced to pretty much everybody in this rotation for Minot High, and they all do a kind of a different thing, and it's all blending together right now for Minot High very well.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, because now Coach Winchesky, he can look down the bench and he's got 2 or 3 maybe 4 guys on the bench right now that he can put in the game. And they don't really miss a beat, really, to be honest. Those starters come out, and you got guys like Gunville and Mason and that they're coming, and Shannon that are coming out and contributing. Maybe not the points, but the defense. The one thing I noticed tonight is as the guys were getting rotated in, the defense never really missed a beat. And that's one thing as a coach you kind of worry about when you have the starters come out and you bring in those bench players. Can they duplicate the same intensity on the defensive end? Because you know what you're going to get scoring out of them, but can they play good defense, and can they duplicate the same stuff that the starters can? And those guys that came off the bench for Coach Winchesky tonight proved that they can play just as good defense than the starters can as well. So that's something that other teams are going to have to contend with now.
That's what it's all about for this Dean Winchesky coach team: defense and offense. Defense better than offense usually. That's where the intensity goes to for this team. For our Magic City Home Leisure Move the Game, we're going to blend the two as well. Defense into offense for our move of the game today, the alley-oop from Eric Winchesky to Grayson Schaefer. Just one of those plays that, like 5 years ago watching high school basketball in North Dakota, you never saw that. And now we see it pretty much every other broadcast on the PSP network. But your Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. At Magic City Home Leisure, they are home and spa enthusiasts. They're excited to help you experience the fun and adventure that a quality hot tub, pool, or sauna can bring into your life. With a 5 out of 5-star Google rating and over 200 customer testimonials, we help customers by providing health improvement and family fun products at Magic City Home Leisure. The move of the game, Eric Winchesky to Grayson Schaefer, alley-oop in the second half as Minot High picks up the win over St. Mary's 78-48. Well, we'll get you out of here on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show so that you could catch the end of a good one between Bismarck High and Mandan on the PSP network. It's a 2-point game with 5.5 minutes to go there from west of the river. That does it for us today from Minot. For our great PSP network crew putting on today's show, my color commentator Corey McIver, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. Minot High 78, St. Mary's 48. We've got more basketball and hockey on Thursday. Basketball again from Minot on Friday night. Hopefully you join us then. But until then, have a good night, everybody.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.